and then a vegan backpack company shared the video on Facebook. Like, of all things, a vegan backpack company, and it blew up.
That's crazy.
And it was like being shared by, like I said, 9gag, VT, the Cheech and Chong official page shared
Holy
it.
shit, bro!
The Forrest Whitaker from the UFC's official page. It was like all over the place. Like who was sharing it?
You got a video of that? Let's see. Let's check out this video.
Cheech and Chong is our dream share. Cheech and Chong share a video like we'll be stoked.
It's not that camera.
Oh, my bad. What's up, everybody? Two Guys, One Shed. We're coming back, episode
71
with our guest today, Joe Barnholt.
Hi, everybody. I'm Joe. That's me.
I've been trying not to mess that up for the past 5 minutes. So.
Nailed it.
I feel like I've said it good.
I appreciate it. Yeah.
Never thought twice about it.
I don't have to correct you. Yeah, Joe Barnholt. That's right. That's right.
Great. Joe's a comedian. And what are you watching back there, Mikey?
Yeah, Mikey's over here.
That's my
He's over here
music.
watching trap TikToks over here.
Joe's a comedian. My DJ just hit the play button.
That was gonna be your intro.
My walk-up song. Exactly right.
Damn.
Messed up the timing on the intro.
That's right.
And you also are in a band?
I also play music. That's right.
Oh, really?
That's right. Yeah.
Damn.
Been doing that for 16 years. We only play like once a year nowadays, but have done some really cool stuff on the music side. So.
You guys have been together for 16 years?
Yeah. Officially, so we went through 2 names. Right now the name's Rocket Surgeons. We're on Spotify. We're on iTunes, Apple, all that stuff. So you find us. We're pretty easy to find. We have a couple like big songs out there and a couple big videos, which is pretty cool.
Nice.
But we started under the name Filthy T. In 2008 or 2008.
Tea as in this, or like tea, or
so,
like you drink?
This is like an inside. It's like super inside story, inside joke with me and the guy that started the band. In high school, we would just like drink a bunch of caffeine. We were a bunch of nerds in high school, so we wouldn't go get invited to parties to get drunk. So we just drink a bunch of caffeine and then freestyle rap.
Ooh,
and then we created a
whole
little
bunch of Monster BFCs, those big fucking cans.
Mountain Dew Code Red was like.
Code Red, hand down, dude. Code Red, it still slaps.
It's still.
Get a Code Red from the gas station.
I would drink like 6 of those in a night in high school. Now I drink like half of one and I feel sick, but they're still awesome. So we would do that, and it would just be like 2 a.m. He'd have some like horrible like wireless mic that we would like pass back and forth and like record into his computer.
That's pretty good. You know?
It was like a lav mic that he was using to like record things, but it was the only mic he had at the time, and so we just did that, and it was called Illtastic, but Ill-T was how we shortened it when we'd send files. And one time he sent me a freestyle, and it was like Filthy Ill-T, and I was like, if we ever create a real group, we're gonna call it Filthy T, because that's a cool name. And little did he know that when he agreed to that,
oh shit,
he was
awesome,
he was signing his soul away to me being like, let's make music, and then started playing guitar in college, and basically came to him begging to start a group. I was so underdeveloped as a guitar player, but he was really patient with me.
Oh, really?
And like we started this thing and got on the radio in 2008.
Oh shit!
So I don't know if you guys ever heard of the Denver contest, Hometown for the Holidays.
Yeah.
But on 93.3, the alternative rock station in Denver, they have 10 bands every year that they select and they put them on the radio. And the first, and the year that we made it was the year after Flowbots won.
Oh, shit!
So there was a ton of eyes on the contest. Flowbots got signed to a major record label like that year.
Oh,
and so we somehow miraculously made the top 10. This project should have never left me and like my friend. It was like, we recorded it in his room over the course of a summer. But our song got picked in the top 10, and we got promoters reaching out to us. Wow. It was like, there wasn't, you know,
was it overwhelming?
It was really cool. It was overwhelming because he was in law school, and we had like in Boston.
Oh, fuck!
So he's a really smart dude. Went to Harvard Law School, and so we got this like huge exposure, and he would like fly back for random shows. We couldn't headline because we never knew when he was going to be available.
Oh, fuck.
And so we stayed alive for a handful of years, just basically like being openers for a bunch of really cool bands. And then finally got to headline, sold out the Bluebird here in Denver in 2011, damn. And that was like a big step for us. And then our lead singer left. We brought in a new lead singer. We did some shifting around of like the members of the band. And then he moved back right as the other guy was moving away.
Oh, wow.
And then we rebranded in like 2014 as Rocket Surgeons and kind of shifted to a more funk sound than a hard rock sound than what we had. And came up with a bunch of great music. I lived with 2 guys in the band for 2 years.
Oh, damn,
Basically just made music every day. And that was a while ago, but we've been riding that wave for a long time. So.
This is John Mayer's little brother right here,
dude.
Joe Mayer.
Joe Mayer. That's pretty good. That's right. The much less successful. Yeah, dude.
John Mayer had a brother.
That's right. That's right. They asked my brother to be on the podcast, and he sent me instead. No, it's so we've through that we've gotten a lot of exposure. We won Westward's Best Band in Denver one year for live shows, and we've got a song on Spotify with like 2 million plays. There's a video we did called Broccoli. You should play it for your kids because it's like a cool song about vegetables, but we like rap and do stuff like that. That had a moment on Facebook where we were being shared by 9gag and VT.
Holy!
There's probably collectively 500 million views on Facebook.
Do you know how much money you guys made like off all those views?
Nothing off the views on Facebook because it was all people coming to us and being like, "Hey, can we use your thing?"
Oh, and you guys are just like, "Yeah."
So the funny part about that video is we created it. We made the song as like a bonus song. So the Broccoli song is like not indicative of our music at all.
Yeah.
It's like this jokey, super hyper produced. Most of our stuff is like real instruments, like real sounds, stuff like that. And we let everyone on the band rap. So our bassist has this nice slow rap, the guitarist. Like I do a little bit of vocals in other songs, but jumped in on this one. And so we recorded a video. And we're planning to try and create a whole new project called Veggie Beats, which was going to be a bunch of songs about vegetables for kids. We did a Kickstarter around it. We released the video and like tried to get a bunch of money, and we were going to hire famous people to do spots on the songs.
Oh,
because if you go on these websites, you can find like the price per verse for like the B-level rappers. Like, you probably can't buy a Drake verse for less than $100K, but you could buy some, like think T-Pain before he was like re-famous, you could buy him for like $2K.
Oh, dang. Shit.
And so, like, do a verse or whatever. And I might be sorry, T-Pain, if I'm underselling you, but there was like websites where you could pay certain amounts of money.
You gotta get Mr. Worldwide on there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
that was probably
Mr.
really
Worldwide.
expensive.
That's $100,000.
But
That's $100,000.
it was like literally because we knew music people. It was like we found these sites.
Or
and it was
P.
like,
Pablo.
we could get so and so on the tomato salsa song or whatever, and like we'll get them to write a verse or we'll write it for them and have them perform it or whatever. That never came to fruition, and then that sat dormant for 2 years, and then a vegan backpack company shared the video on Facebook, like of all things, a vegan backpack company, and it blew up.
That's crazy.
And it was like being shared by, like I said, 9gag, VT, the Cheech and Chong official page shared it.
Holy shit, bro!
The Forrest Whitaker from the UFC's official page. It was like all over the place. Like who was sharing it?
You got a video of that? Let's see. Let's check out this video.
Cheech and Chong is our dream share. Video, like, we'll be stoked.
I was gonna say, if you just look at Rocket Surgeons Broccoli.
Rocket Surgeons Broccoli.
On YouTube, it's approaching 900K.
Holy shit!
And so it was one of those things that like.
Is it weird if we watch this?
No, I've seen it 100 million times, and what are they advertising? It's funny because I don't even know where I gotta get. I don't even think I have the login for AdSense account. So
oh, you probably got hella money in there.
We got decent money on our Spotify. We get a little bit of chunks. I actually calculated it today. We get 1/3 of a cent per stream basically on Spotify.
Oh shit!
So
and you split that how many ways?
4. So there's 4 official band members that are part of the pot, and we'll usually do a Christmas bonus if we aren't like doing a music video or something. Because if we do a music video, it just all goes immediately into the project.
Damn, dude, that's crazy, bro.
We're in the black. It's amazing. As a band, we've done the hardest thing you can do, which is make money.
Yeah.
And that's like definitely no small feat, and it's purely based on longevity because we're all young professionals, or not. We're not young anymore, so we're all professionals now. But
yeah.
we were young professionals.
Mid-age.
Yeah, but we were young professionals while it was developing, and so like doing it was really a passion project. It wasn't like this needs to happen. We knew bands where it was like the dude worked at Starbucks, or like they did seasonal light displays. in the winter, these people would just like work 3 months out of the year, putting up and taking down light displays, make six figures
That's hella
doing
money,
that.
dude. You can make hella money
make
doing
six
that.
figures doing that, and then just play music the rest of the year.
Oh,
Okay.
shit.
And so it's really interesting seeing that lifestyle compared to us, where we're like, oh, he's leaving on a business trip. We can't take that, show. Sorry. So definitely a different life than a lot of people do in the creative space.
All right, let's see this big hit,
Yeah,
broccoli. Let's see broccoli.
If Lil Yachty popped out, I'd shit myself.
I'm not gonna lie, we've gotten that. So.
This is legit.
We rented out a kitchen, like a commissary kitchen, for a day, and just recorded it.
Dude, I love this.
Tell me, play it for your kid. They'll love it too.
Dude, you guys should definitely pursue this because there is a market for this, and kids are on YouTube, and once they find a video, they watch at least 6 times a day.
That's
the same video, 6 times a day.
We've heard that from parents, and we've heard like the thanks of like, thank you for not being the worst song ever.
Yeah.
Like it's a song I'm okay listening to over and over.
Yeah.
So. And then we've gotten like the moments of like people being like, your song made my kid eat vegetables. And that's like, you don't think about those moments when you're making like a jokey, goofy song. And then you're like, man, maybe we did like help that kid like really get into something. So it's fun having those moments along with people being like, just, I found your video, this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. How fun was this compared to your other music videos?
This was so fun.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Not like less stressful or are they all just pretty fun?
They're all pretty fun. This was like a very unique challenge because it was like we worked with a dancer that wrote the choreography for us. It looks like it's in one shot. So this is my favorite part. We do a little broccoli tray here. Some dude commented, I lost my appetite when I saw that guy's armpit hair. I was like, fuck you. You're right, though. I saw it, too. So
That makes it better.
yeah, it was great. So this was like, it was a very different project. It's probably one of the most fun projects we've done as a band, but we've done we've done like 3 really big music video projects. We did a green screen video that looks like Blue's Clues.
Oh, shit.
And they did like cut out props and stuff that look like animated and
Yeah.
we interact with them and things like that. And then there's another one that we did, which is like very artsy and like people are wearing masks and like we got dancer. Like it's very like there's a story being told, like an interpretive story about like how being an artist is difficult and like the like you get no thanks and random people on the internet. It's super artsy. It's our song's called Hustle. That one on Spotify has a little over 2 million plays.
Holy shit.
It's done pretty well, and the video is just like this really cool. That was like a passion project for us, where we did like a lot of the planning and we did kind of everything. The broccoli video was just like, it looks like it's done in one shot, but I'm sorry, team, I'm gonna out us, but every time you see a quick camera turn, we showed up the day of it. We're like, all right, we can do this as a one shot, and the camera guy that's like doing the directing is like,
There's no
absolutely not, no way, not a chance, no, I'm not doing that. He looked at us like we were crazy when we mentioned that.
How much did you guys spend on broccoli? Because there's a lot of broccoli.
So there was like
there's a lot of broccoli in there. How much?
There was like a place not too far from the kitchen that we were at that sells like just
bulk.
like bulk quantities of whatever you want.
Yeah.
And so we bought broccoli and broccoli cheddar soup because I wanted real soup when I lifted it up. And I think the total cost was around $100. I think we bought 5 20-pound bags.
Wow.
And before anybody ats me, we ate that shit. We picked it up, we cleaned it, and we had a big broccoli party afterwards.
Oh,
but that was
yeah.
like the biggest bitch we got. We posted the video, and everyone was like, "You're wasting so much broccoli," and we're like, "Gosh, dang it!"
You should have recorded you guys just all eating it.
We had to put disclaimers on all our videos so people stopped bitching about it.
I would just start sending pictures of my poop. Like,
Oh
my
my
poop's been
God.
green for a week.
But-
How many of those fucking broccoli?
But it was wild, like, you know, going viral, you know, back in the day when you first went viral, when it was like E-Bombs World or early YouTube, you were like famous when you went viral. Nowadays, it truly is a 15 minutes of fame.
Yeah.
Like, there's many videos going
Unless
viral.
you like grasp it and you can run with it.
Exactly right. It's like building on it somehow, and we've done okay. We weren't in a position where we could like turn it into like the broccoli tour or anything like that. Like we weren't like releasing constant content. It wasn't like some blow up and then we're like riding that wave. So it's definitely a little bit different than like someone who's doing it full time. But we had that 15 minutes, you know, spread over the course of 2 to 3 weeks where we were on the news in China.
What?
We still have a clip of that. Maybe it was
sweet.
Chinese Taipei. I don't remember, but it was like that, you know, and then like featured in like New Zealand articles and Australia articles. And again, a couple people reached out and were like, send us some information.
Definitely
but
on
most
Bluey.
of the time,
You should have been on Bluey.
that was-
You know, you guys should have been on Bluey.
I
If you guys
think-
would have made it to Bluey.
I think we're the theme song of some like 100 subscriber YouTube channel, and we like agreed to do, you know, someone that does like teaching veggies to kids or something.
Oh, really?
And, you know, it's probably low production, low quality,
Oh,
but it's like that's
God.
the stuff that like because I think we were ill-equipped to capitalize on it like monetarily. It was like we might as well just let the world enjoy it and do what they need to do. And so that was really fun to like, again, have those moments of people being like, "Oh, my kid ate broccoli," but also fucking people on the internet are weird. And
Oh,
mean.
yeah.
And I realize I'm gonna do my little pedestal rant here. Fellas, women have it so much fucking worse than us when it comes to randos on the internet.
Oh, yeah, I can
Sammy
imagine that.
got fucking torn to shreds.
About
Like,
what?
so one of the biggest things that they said, and like, so Sammy's like does bodybuilding, like she did like bikini competition and won bikini competitions, and she was in the middle of one, and because she was so thin, a bunch of people were like, "Oh, that's a dude. That's a dude.
What the fuck?
That's a dude." And it was like, what the fuck? Like actually, like everybody loves Sammy. But for every one comment like that, there was 10 comments of Asian dudes being like, "I love blonde lady." And I'm like, but I'm telling you right now, through that noise, like it's so hard to ignore the mean ass comments. And people would be like, "Oh, my armpit hair" or whatever, but people were mean to Sammy, and that was like. I have so much respect for her going through that and becoming like, she became like a next level like performer because of that. Like she had to learn how to basically be like, oh, people are horrible. If you get in front of an anonymous crowd, there's going to be horrible people.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So I'm sure you guys have experienced
That
a little
happens
bit
to
of
us.
that.
Yeah, we blew up
where
a
you get
little bit on TikTok. And
and it's like for every...
like the first time we blew up is because I kept on talking during my wife was telling a story, and they're like, "Tell that guy in the green to shut the fuck up. If this guy could shut the fuck up, we can listen to the story." And
We got like 100 comments, and there was like a third of them were.
and then Calvin's like, I deleted some of them so you don't see them.
I was like, some of them are really mean. I'll just delete it. Yeah, like that doesn't need it. You don't need to see the likes. How many likes that got?
You don't see how many likes I got.
You don't need to see
You
that
don't need to
comment.
see that the community is agreeing with this person.
Yeah.
So-
I should have pinned it.
Got a lot more likes, I'll tell you that much. So every interaction's worth is
It is.
I
man.
learned that. Now I just let it ride.
Yeah,
Whatever.
Calvin's like, yeah. It's gonna be. It's gonna be.
That was like episode 11
Yeah, that was.
or 12. That one got like 167, something like that.
Yeah.
On TikTok, 167,000, and a lot of them were
Hate.
mean.
Yeah.
Hate.
A lot of them were
comments.
just weird guys.
And imagine if you were girls getting the mean comments.
Dude, if
from
I was a
them.
girl, dude, I'd be a bad bitch. So I'm just saying, dude, I'd be flaunting my stuff all over the place.
I'd be posting the link to my OnlyFans.
OnlyFans, yeah.
My OnlyFans feet only.
Yeah, subscribe,
That's
like, and
right.
follow.
That's
You can
right.
hate me there. You can hate me there.
Hate me for $3.
Yeah. Tell me what else is wrong with me.
Hate ride.
But no, that was like a moment of like, oh man, like we reached the world. Like,
Yeah.
for
That's
again,
badass, dude. That's
didn't-
awesome, dude.
Didn't work out monetarily. We're not doing any world tours, but like it opened a couple doors. And one thing that was really cool is we got kind of like our biggest feather in our cap last summer. We got to play Red Rocks.
Oh,
And that
shit.
You know, every band dreams of it, whether you're from Denver or
No,
not.
no,
And
yeah.
so
It's the greatest
like,
venue in the world.
You know, it was funny being from Denver. You're like, oh, we have really cool venue here. Wow, Red Rocks is awesome. And it wasn't until I was playing there that I started Googling like best venues in the world, and there wasn't a list out there that didn't have Red Rocks in the top.
Oh,
3.
yeah. Yeah.
And it was
Dang.
like a number of them had it at number 1, and it was like, wow, this is like.
Well, when you go there the first time, you're just like, it's in a
Yeah.
fucking mount. Like, it's in,
It's
like,
true.
you're in
It's
a
true.
fucking mount.
Well,
Like,
again, it's like I grew up here in Denver, and it's like
yeah, so did I.
Oh, dude,
yeah,
it sounds like
all of us have. Yeah, we're all
hell,
locals.
fuck
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, okay,
Natives.
absolutely.
Actual natives.
This is 3 into the same room has got to be like one of those
Yeah, it's an
rarest
anomaly.
things. So, but no, it's like when you have the mountains, like just over, like, you know, 45 minutes away, hour to the closest ski place,
Yep.
2 hours to like Aspen and Keystone and stuff like that, and you learn to ski there, and you're like, oh cool, this is fun, and then you realize, oh, people travel all over the world
To
to
go
come
to the-
here because it's the best mountains in the world, and you just don't think about that
No.
until you take that step back. And again, it was really cool, and yeah, they do such a good job of like in the artist area, like giving you that history. Like you walk in and there's this big picture of what the audience looked like when the Beatles were playing.
Oh,
The
shoot.
Beatles played there?
Oh yeah, in '64.
Oh,
and so you see like
fuck.
these like signs and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
And it's like you know, Boulder for the Beatles and
you hit
stuff
that?
like that.
Sorry.
No, you're good. Let's say.
Gotta beat this fucking
Gotta
cow.
get it. Gotta get it
Hit
quiet.
it low. Hit it low. Hit it lower. There you go.
It's amazing
See?
that you guys
Gotta
know
get on
that
the thighs.
so well.
What?
It's amazing you know it so well. When
Oh,
you deal
yeah.
with audio, you have
Yeah,
to
yeah.
know, like,
Calvin's
every
always
little
like,
thing.
Calvin's like,
I don't-
this whole fucking podcast is ruined because the fucking fan was clicking the whole time.
Or the fucking AC gets left on. Oh, man.
You would love talking to our lead singer / producer, because it's like every time we would like, he'd have to reset up his studio or he'd move or something, and it was like he'd know every little, like, the AC's about to turn on. He'd sit there. I gotta turn that off.
Yeah. My stress levels have gone from like 90 to like, out of 100, from like 90 to like 30 with Mikey.
Nice.
I don't have to Google anything. I have to like work the computer.
Yeah, because we literally have the laptop right here, so it'd be like both of us looking and.
I'm trying to flip the scenes on Twitch.
Yeah.
So it's like, and then try not to forget that. I mean, because just bullshitting, and we're getting drunk sometimes.
Yes. That's probably makes it
So,
difficult.
how has your career been, your comedy career, compared to like your singing career? Like, you just starting comedy, or how long you been doing comedy?
Yeah, no. So I just started comedy in February. So I've only been doing it for a handful of months. I wrote for my sister back in college. My sister's a theater major, and she used to do stand-up in Boulder.
Oh, shit.
This
sweet.
would have been like early 2010s. And so I helped like her write, and so I've always enjoyed writing comedy.
Nice.
And then honestly, like, it's the band not doing as much nowadays.
So then you have
like
your
playing once a
freedom.
year. I'm like, gosh, I like getting in front of people. I like entertaining.
Yeah.
I really enjoy it. And if I'm not going to do it with them, I should find something that I can do by myself. And so doing a little bit of musical comedy has really helped, because I feel comfortable with a
you
guitar.
play guitar?
Yeah. I do
Holy
some songs.
shit.
So I was gonna say
They're good. They're good. They're funny.
I was gonna say the one I'm probably most known for in the comedy scene is my All Star Jesus song. So that one is one that came to fruition in the band house. Two of the guys that lived in the band house, big Christian guys, and they started working on this country song. And when it became time to do stand-up comedy, I reached out to them. I was like, I think I can make this a one-man act. Like, here, do you guys want to help me out? And like, we collaborated. And since then, I've just like been writing my own stand-up. And I kind of got like, I feel like I got a little bit of a head start being able to have 3 minutes with one song.
Oh, right.
It's like most time when you start in comedy, it's like trying to come up with 3 minutes of jokes is hard.
Yeah.
Like,
sure. You can make a song.
Yeah, so it's like write a song, and it's like, man, that's 3 minutes. Every time I get up there, I at least have 3 minutes I can do just like that.
Your
And
punchlines
so-
are good in the song though too.
Yeah, and again,
where they hit at the right time.
That's right, and that comes a lot from like being a songwriter. It's helped, and I got a really big compliment from another comedian. He's like, "Until you're a good songwriter, like you write really like well timed, and you're not like forcing anything." And again, having the music background, doing all the music stuff, it's like that's second nature to me. Writing jokes is the stuff that I need to like work on and really focus on.
So are you up there like Jenny off of Forrest Gump, just naked with the guitar? Just
You know what's okay? So there's this show called Bear Comedy. Chris, if you, I haven't officially met Chris, but I would love to meet Chris and introduce myself to him. And it's like you go up there naked as a comedian. You don't have to. Like it's, I think, all optional. But the audience is naked. It's like a nudist thing.
Oh, the audience is naked too.
Yeah,
Oh my god!
It's a nudist thing, and so I would love to go up there with my guitar. I think it would be very appealing to like, and just do it naked, like you said.
Like, hang down. You know what I mean?
That's right.
With your dang out.
That's right. Exactly right.
He's gonna play with it. He's gonna play with it.
That's
He's gonna be your pick.
Yeah. All right, flip my guitar.
Yeah, you play the guitar backwards.
That's right, exactly. Right.
Sorry, my pick's a little
My
stiff.
thing's a little tricky here. So, but I think that would be so fun. It's literally like Jenny. I didn't even make that comparison. That it's Jenny and Forrest Gump.
That's dope. I would do it, but I don't know if I can show my my dang.
Dude,
Might be
it's,
my butt
I
cheeks
gotta,
out.
man, for every
Thong?
comic that's done that, more power to them. Admittedly, like I think I'd feel safe like covering up my dong with my guitar. I don't know that I'd be comfortable going up there butt ass naked, but give me the opportunity, we'll find out.
And then you should call your guitar the glory hole.
That's
You just have the fucking...
I'm stealing that joke. If I get up there, I'm gonna
I think
Me and my guitar the glory hole.
I think I'd go up fully clothed, but I'd end up naked at the end.
Just slowly strip down.
Sock on my dick.
Well, he also produces that show, The Naughty Show. Knotty, where they do a bondage demonstration during comedy sets.
Oh God!
And so there's like women being tied up by men and men being tied up by women, and sometimes the comedians will strip as part of that. So
Damn.
Denver comedy scene's wild.
Have you been to the shows?
No, I have not. Every time that there is a show, I'm not available.
They sell out.
Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah.
And that's what I've had a couple times where I'm like, oh, I am free. I should go to that show. And then I go on the site and it's like, well.
So are they like tying your dick up, or are they just tying your body up?
Just the balls so you don't come.
Like, are they tying your dick in a knot, or what are they doing?
It's like literally
a triple
like,
Windsor?
No, dude, there are people like hanging in the air with their arms behind them, and like it looks like some ritualistic stuff.
His photo on the thing is like a woman like hanging.
Yeah.
So that's what I thought it was more of like a strip show. No, not strip show, but like
burlesque,
but like when they're hanging like the Cirque du Soleil type stuff.
No, it's like literally like a bondage demonstration. Like they are like going like, this is how you tie people. This is how.
Oh, now I'm way more into it.
Lift them up off the ground with stuff. And
Comes
like,
on, what's the address?
It's pretty wild. So it's like, it's real. But anyways, I find that stuff. I think like comedy, one thing that's really different about comedy than music is like you can experiment with like flavors of comedy show.
Oh yeah.
You can do that a little bit with music, but not in the same sense.
Yeah.
Like we've performed as part of like fashion shows, or we've thrown a couple ones that are like, we call them masquerades, and they're like blacklight festivals where people wear masks, and it's really cool because we have a lot of stuff beyond just the music. It's like art and like interactive art.
Yeah.
Get your body painted or your face painted or things like that.
Like Blue Man Group or what?
Sort of, yeah. It's actually, that's kind of what it feels like, because we have the black lights like flood the whole venue, and then we have painters like painting masks that have black light.
Oh,
and so
shit.
there was one year that they did like Ninja Turtles, and I remember looking out into the audience.
that's
There's
my
just
favorite.
like these really dope like black light Ninja Turtle masks like floating around. And I was like,
That's
this
cool.
is so dope.
Have you noticed the difference in like styles between like your previous was more like hard rock into the more kind of style you're doing now?
Like what?
Like just performing and just like the
Oh,
venues,
man.
the audience.
Denver's so eclectic that like our sound has always been hard to pinpoint. We have rap mixed with something.
Okay,
Yeah, something.
With something. It's like slow, funk, rock, whatever. So we'd be on like a show with like a metal band and a rapper.
Oh shit.
And like all in like one show. Or we'd be on a show with like a pop band and an alt rock band.
That's
and
like who's the guys you wanted to see? Your favorite artist?
Joey Valence and Bray.
Oh, I don't know.
If you've seen them.
No.
They're, like very Beastie Boys. But
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Modern Beastie Boys, because like you know, Beastie Boys called back.
Yeah.
Like that's them now, but calling back to.
No. Okay, that's dope.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to check that
They're
out.
super dope.
Oh yeah, you probably know the song. It's pretty popular.
Okay, I'll say. But it's like with all the like mix of sounds in Denver, you find that like people like live music and they're not too selective unless they're very much like a metalhead or like
Right.
I only go see folk or only go see country. Like generally people aren't too picky when you go to those live shows.
Yeah.
And I think because we get on so many different bands, like we will play with rap acts, we will play with pop acts, we will play with like rock acts.
Yeah.
Like we kind of are accepted. I think we found that like our bread and butter in the current sound, it's like late 40s and early 50s like us, like Gen X
Okay.
tend to really like our sound.
shit.
We get a bunch of them coming up. And I think it's like the
That
like
definitely sounds like the demographic for funk. So.
That's right. Exactly. Having like that funk flavor in it, and like doing a lot of the like live instrumentation, and like maybe I think when we were heavier, we got a lot of more like the Linkin Park comparisons, and now like we get, oh man, what's a good comparison? We probably get more of like the Maroon 5 with Gym Class Heroes comparisons.
Yeah.
Like what was that song that they did? Hearts of Stereo or something
Yeah.
like that. Stereo Hearts. And so like that's probably more the sound we get is like that Maroon 5y, and so therefore we get like a lot of like late 40s women like, you guys sound so fun. All I know is that
Have you got lucky off one of those?
I never have.
Hey,
So
push
the only time that I got approached was after a show, and I had a girlfriend that was my long-term girlfriend, and so I wasn't going to do anything. But I had girls come up to me on stage and be like, "Wow, you're hot." And I was like, "What the
dang.
fuck? I've never had
suck
this
your
happen to me
dick!"
before." Yeah. I was like- one woman came up to me at my car and was like,
Oh,
"Oh,
damn.
like flirting with me," and I was like, "I don't know what to do with this. I'm sorry. I can't even act on this." But
Was that the Gen X crowd?
it was, she was probably a little older than me. I was like late 20s at the time. She was probably like mid 30s. So
Hey,
it
let's
was
go.
probably right about there.
Damn.
But Sammy, our lead singer, that's the funny part. Whenever we play live, it doesn't matter. Man, woman, child, dog, cat. They all come up to me after the show and are like, "I love your lead singer. She's amazing." Because she crushes it live, and she's got this like stage presence. She's not a diva, but like if you watched her, you might think she was, because
Yeah.
she's just like on stage and like out in front and like dancing with people, and she just does such a good job of like entertaining the crowd, and people just like they see her as like a celebrity because of that. Like, kids will meet her and be
Yeah.
like in awe, and
yeah.
I'm like, this is like your buddy. Like, you don't need this. Is like your dad's friend. You don't need to like be weird about this. But they're like, "Oh, it's Sammy," and then like people will come up after the show and be like, "You're amazing," and so it's fun to watch her. Like, she's been a great addition. She was probably like the biggest change in our reaction from audiences. Like, we get good reactions, but adding her, it's like we somehow got way more universally appealing at that point in time, and that was
Nice.
like right when we made our switch in sound. So, but yeah, definitely probably more of an older crowd while we had a younger crowd. But to be fair, we were promoting on MySpace when we first started, so I don't know that anything that was going on back then is like
Did you ever go
relevant
to Warped
now. I went to Warped Tour, but never got on Warped Tour. Would have loved to have played like the Denver side, the side Hurley stage or whatever it was back in the day. Did you guys ever go to Warped Tour?
No.
No.
Oh man, parking lot of Mile High Stadium, 95 degrees, free Monster Energy drinks.
Oh
It couldn't
God.
have been healthy for anybody. I saw a bunch of good acts there. I saw The Offspring. I saw NoFX. I saw Joan Jett. I saw
Damn.
Billy Idol.
Oh shit.
I saw Gym Class Heroes in front of 50 people before they ever got famous.
Oh
They
shit.
were on some side stage, and I got their autograph. I still have the CD and stuff. That's like one of
That's
my
cool.
like a super
My music
hipster.
hipster?
Gym Class Heroes is the one I'm super hipster about. I feel like I could be hipster about a lot. Being in the music scene, you just end up stumbling across a lot of random bands that trickle up. But that was before I was in the music scene, and I was like, these guys are great. I love them. they rap and rock at the same time.
Yeah.
No one does that except for Linkin Park, you know. So it was cool watching them like get some traction and Travie McCoy kind of becoming a big deal. And it was like, oh shit, that I predicted that is how it felt. And so yeah.
Whatever happened to Travie McCoy?
He wanted to be a billionaire so fucking bad that he, you know, Lord knows.
So to squeeze all those dollars.
He wanna be a millionaire so freaking bad. Travie McCoy.
Yeah, there it is.
There it is, right there.
What is he doing?
What's his net worth here? Let's see. 42 years old.
Oh, yep, he's a little bit older than me. Not
You
too much.
you had a recent show, no?
Yeah, we played Underground Music Showcase, which if you haven't heard of it, yeah, oh, you've heard of it, hell yeah. So it's, I heard it described as Denver Indie Christmas, Indie Music Christmas.
Oh shit!
Which is like a really great way to describe it because it's 3 days along Broadway and Baker neighborhood, so like right where it becomes South Broadway. And there's a couple outdoor stages that get some big acts, although I will fully admit, of all the headliners, I knew zero. I knew none this year.
Fuck.
I felt like such a fucking boomer.
What's all this shitty ass music?
Who are these people? We were one of the main stage acts. I was the only act I knew on any of the main stages. So that was like, but it's like they do venues all throughout it, and you can just kind of like walk around, and people will buy a ticket and then just like spend a day surfing Spotify and Googling local bands and like coming up with like, they do a really good job with an app where you can like add like, I want to see these guys, and then kind of lay out the best path and stuff like that. So shout out to UMS. They're fantastic, especially Ariadne there. Give her a raise. She's amazing. And so it's like so cool because you get people that just love music and they come and see like, we've had a bunch of people come up to us afterwards and like, I just like listened to you on Spotify because I saw your name on the list and I marked you as a band to see.
That's sweet.
Nice.
And it's like, you guys were awesome. This is fun. So it's really cool. And we've had a couple, and every time we go, we usually spend some of the day just like bouncing from venue to venue and like looking for fun names. Like Horse Bitch is the name of the band. They're like Spotify following is like middling, but God, they had a huge crowd there. They must be blowing it up in Denver. I think they're traveling around and getting tour dates and stuff like that. But they're like, what would I call them? Like emo folk?
Emo folk?
Yeah, I think that's what they call themselves on Spotify or something
like a lot of
like that.
emo folk and like country emo going like
like they have this
going crazy.
Yeah, they have this very like emo-y song about Harry.
Midwestern emo.
Yeah,
Midwestern emo.
Like, you know, boom, dam, boom, dam, boom. And it's like the song about Harry Potter. It's like you're Severus Snape. It's like it's really interesting. I'm sure I'm messing it up, but they were super interesting. We saw this band Little Tomboy, which was very descriptive because the lead singer was just this girl who looked like a very short tomboyish figure and just rocking on the guitar, singing, and it was a three-piece. They were loud, and it was like, it's just so cool to be able to see. Denver has this really strong support for live music. I don't know, Denver likes doing stuff. There's a pretty good support for comedy, although I think like that can get a little saturated. I'm sure that the music industry is also saturated on that side. But like you have those moments of just like every local band that's like doing something or has done something is here over these 3 days, and like you just get this like really cool sense of like, oh, Denver loves music.
Yeah.
Denver just loves music, and it's like really, I don't know, I'm gonna get all sappy, but it's like you just are thankful to be part of a scene that like appreciates what you do. And so that was really cool. But UMS is always really cool to be a part of, and I feel like every Denver band that gets to be a part of it feels that, and so it's such a good event.
Was that your first time playing?
No, that was our third. We did one back in like 2015 or something like that, and then we got lucky enough to play last year. And had just a blast, and again got invited back this year and snuck into the first slot on one of the main stages. So to play one of the outdoor stages, and that was really fun. So highly recommend it if you get a chance to go next year, man. Yeah. It's like you get 3 days of just, again, if it's hot, it's just walking around sweaty, but in tightly packed venues, but you're going to see some friggin' sweet music.
Broadway's a cool spot too.
Yeah, absolutely. I was going to say that. I can't imagine how many people get hit by a car down there every year.
Oh my God,
like we got the Irish Rover open mic down there that we
Yep.
go to on Mondays. Shout out to Oren. But
all those random homeless people just crossing the street.
that's right,
there,
dude.
Colfax.
It's like, and then at 1, 2 in the morning, it's random homeless people in frat bros and sorority girls and everybody stumbling out into the street.
The homeless people are the least drunk.
That's right. They're helping. They're like, they're acting as crossing guards, like walking out.
You're on my house.
That would actually, man, this maybe is an idea for the city. We employ the homeless as crossing guards for late night.
Yeah,
drunk
late night
festivities.
crossing guards.
I'm telling
That's
you,
a
this is
smart
an
move,
idea.
you know what I mean?
Once midnight,
Mike
the
Thompson,
methods are out there.
Yeah, the methods are out there.
Go!
High vis.
Hit me up for policy suggestions. Mike.
High vis, you know what I mean?
Oh, speaking of, you ran for the city council?
I ran for city council back in the day.
Here in Denver or
Lakewood.
Lakewood.
Lakewood Ward 3. Joe for 3. Hashtag.
Ooh.
Was that your?
That was my like.
When was this? What
2019.
year? Okay.
So yeah, Lakewood does alternate. It's like you get elected for 4 years, and then they do alternate year elections, and there's 2 for each ward. There's 5 wards, so 10 city council, and then the mayor. And yeah, I was previously married. Still good friends with my ex. No hard feelings there. But I was planning to be in Lakewood for like 50 years, raise a family there, and it was just like, man, why am I not making decisions for our neighborhood?
Yeah.
I had a friend's mom who was in city council, and she was like, you should just go attend and see it. And it was like a bunch of like 60, 70, 80-year-olds who don't want anything to change at all.
Yeah, right.
Making decisions for every family. Exactly. The NIMBY culture and everything like that, and not in my backyard for anyone who's not familiar with NIMBYs.
Not in my backyard.
Yeah, oh man, it's like, oh, let's build all this stuff. Oh, near me? No, don't do that.
Right.
And so it's human nature. I'm not,
Right.
I feel like I'm going to take a very politician approach here. It's human nature. I understand your position when you don't want changes.
Yeah.
But
Looking for those future votes on.
exactly right. I gotta hold on to a little bit of my political
Secure those
career.
future votes.
So, but it was like, I felt like it made more sense for someone like me to be involved than a 50, 60, 70-year-old retiree who just like is really only invested in like keeping things as they are and not willing to give up things, for themselves that would benefit long term.
Yeah.
Well, I think, our generation is like more willing to do that, but less engaged in the process.
Right.
So
You were ready for that millennial takeover.
that's right, man. It's like we got old people hanging on to power. I feel like we need
He would
to.
have been the better Joe.
That's right. Hey, the better Joe B. Yeah, that's right.
Better Joe B.
I have a much better memory. So
No sleep, all monsters.
just give me some Mountain Dew. When I say code red, it's a completely different thing. So, that was the president.
That's what he needs, man.
Exactly
Couple
right.
monsters.
Exactly right.
Have
So
to back up.
So it was like, again, I feel like I learned so much, and I know more about my neighborhood than 99% of people ever will. I know how like things are done, and it's not. I think the beauty of local government is it's not some mystery box.
Yeah.
Like, they have to tell you everything legally. Like, there's so many laws about like what you can watch every single city council meeting every single week online. It's recorded. You can go back and watch it. And so like, there's no real excuse to be like, oh, I didn't know, or like I have nothing. You don't need to be involved. I'm not saying like, oh, go out and join your city council, but I do feel like there's this like ignorance to some of the decisions that are obviously being made around us. Stop signs and parks and police and potholes and things like that. Like take a little bit more focus, but like anyone who's sitting there going like, oh, they don't do anything has never tried.
Yeah.
I promise you that. Or, has a real, and there's some people who have real, issues with the government, who have had land taken and stuff like that. And I feel for those people, but like most people just like to bitch. They just like to.
Why'd you look at me when you said land taking?
I'm trying to be inclusive to everybody.
Because I know some of yours got taken.
Yeah. Now
I was looking at
Exhibit A.
now yours is
controlled by HOA.
I was looking apologetically for my ancestors.
Speaking of HOA, so HOA is a scam, right?
That's right.
It's a scam. It's a fucking scam.
So funny.
HOA is a fucking scam.
HOAs operate completely independently from the city.
Yeah, they just
absolutely
make
they are.
tremendous amounts of money and they don't do nothing.
And charter schools.
Right. Charter
I'm sorry. I'm just gonna. I just want to throw it out there.
The education. Funny enough, like you'd get people that would like want to talk to you about like the Second Amendment or like education, and you're like, city council doesn't do that, But I can tell you that you'd always have a spiel to go off of that. But the safety of our people can be started with the policing and whatnot. And so being very political and learning like what you can and can't control if you were to be elected and all that stuff is. It was fun. I don't know. I'm thankful I did it. I'm thankful I didn't get elected. So as much as anyone will tell you, like, there's no two-party system at the local level, there's a two-party system at the local level. It's not Dems and Republicans. It's NIMBYs and progressives. And I don't say that to give either side credit, but it's like people that want to like build high-density housing and do stuff like that, and then there's people who just like leave us the fuck alone, go away, like don't do anything in our neighborhood.
And a lot of those people probably like have more fixed incomes.
Oh
and,
yeah,
and a lot of change of like taxes or their home taxes really affects them.
And it's like
so they have their own.
And it's like amazing you'll see pushback on like what's legal stuff. So there was this White Fence Farm. Did you guys ever go there back in the day? I never did, but it was like a Lakewood staple. It was there for like 40 years. They had a petting zoo, and you'd go there.
Oh,
and
I think it's a restaurant, right?
It was. Yeah,
it's a restaurant.
Yeah.
Then, it's like a country
get,
restaurant.
Then you go fried chicken.
Yeah,
exactly right.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
And so they closed that down.
You can pet the cow before they kill it.
That's right. Exactly right. I want that one. That one. That's right.
I want Betty. You can take a good look. You can take a good look at the T-bone by sticking your head up a butcher's ass.
That's right.
I mean, the cow's ass.
Or the butcher.
Or you take the butcher's word for it.
But they closed that down, and they're going to build high-density housing. And people freaked out. And
I would have, because it's a nice place. I've been there. It was nice. It was nice.
So it was like they were going to build like.
It was like Casa Bonita, but for country. You know what I mean?
And so the place was closing down no matter what, because the owners were getting rid of it, and no one wanted to buy it. It was losing money. But then it was like it became a huge battle, and then, for better or worse, you then have this like abandoned property for years as they figure it out. And so again, there's no like right answer in this. You could be. I always like to say. You could make the right. You can, if 51% of people like always thought this way on a subject, and you made that decision, you would be right every time, and 49% of people would disagree with you.
Yeah.
Like that's the way that you have to make decisions in majorities. You have to push things forward, and you have to be really like strong opinions, and you have to know what your community like really would benefit from versus maybe what their opinions are, and you have to make some tough choices. And so I was ready to do that. I was excited to do that, but I was on. There's 3 of us in the race, and I had made an agreement that was basically like, look, I'll throw my support. Another group with money and like sponsors and stuff like that. They're like, we'll throw our support behind whichever one of you two kind of comes out ahead. And we came out basically even, and he was a long-time person, and they went with him. They basically Joe Biden'd me.
Oh, damn. Trader Joe!
That's right.
Trader Joe!
They Joe beat Joe B.
Yeah!
But it was, and so again, I like fell back and cashed in my goodwill with the people and stuff like that. And it was, I'm really glad I did it. Moved out of Lakewood shortly after my divorce. If I moved back, I would be super interested in being a part of it, because I do think we need people that are like well-intentioned and so my advice for everybody, again, people are always like, oh, what did you learn on that? The only thing I'll tell you guys is I encourage everybody to know the night of their city council meeting. You don't have to go. You don't have to watch it. You don't have to do anything. But know what night it's on.
To protest.
To protest. Exactly right. You better then show up with your pitchfork. So, but I think that's like a challenge where it's like, I can't imagine 95+% of people our age especially would never be able to tell you like, oh, my city, but the Brighton City Council meeting is on whatever day. So
I don't know. Go, shake your win. Quiz.
And so there you go. That's again, challenge to anybody watching and listening. I don't think that politics is something that anybody needs to get involved in, but I do think it's something that just like knowing what's going on around you. That stop sign at the end of your block is going to be so much more important than whatever you're dicking around with in Washington.
Yeah.
So.
No, I completely agree. My kid's school, they recently changed their principal, and I went in for like the voting or whatever. It was like a third of the vote or whatever the people got. So it was just very interesting to see like who was there, and just to like, it was interesting to see like the school's typically like a little bit older than me and my wife. Like, all the parents are a little bit older, but it was just interesting to see like. There didn't seem like there was anyone near
How
our
old were
age.
you when you had your kid?
27.
Okay.
So I'm 33.
All right. So you're not too. But still, I think a lot of people are. Yeah.
So especially at that school, everyone seems like just a little bit older.
Yeah.
But
27 is probably early for having kids.
You think?
Nowadays, yeah.
Yeah. Nowadays, probably like 29.
Not 30 years ago.
Maybe
but
maybe like 2 or 3 years. I think we looked it up. Before.
Yeah.
It was like 29, 30, right?
30. I would say it's creeping into 30 right now.
Yeah.
But anyway,
which is not good for. I think we're at 2.2 in like replenishment, like every person.
I'm bad for replenishment as a no kid 38-year-old. I am bad for replenishment. Let me tell you. My dad has already commented on these like you got to replace yourself, and I'm like sorry.
Just one.
I have not.
But it was just interesting to
fix clothing, so I can't.
That's right. Soon enough.
Man, that's gonna be a day, huh?
But yeah, so you got
guys jacking off in a corner.
That's right. And then another me comes out.
Me. But it was just interesting to see like the process and the different people that would go up and give us their little spiel, their little PowerPoint, and how it goes. And
bureaucracy sucks and is slow, and if you can and it's important.
Yeah.
And it's valuable. And it's like, giving everybody 2 minutes or 3 minutes or whatever it is to speak and doing the voting process.
Yeah.
One of my biggest goals when I was running for city council was like, how do we condense this into bite-sized pieces? And so I do these summaries of the city council meeting where it was like, the city council took a vote on this. This is what they were specifically voting for. The objectors said this. The people that were in favor of it said this. The city council voted 9-2 in favor. This is what that means. And how do you do that in like the YouTube format?
Yeah.
Like I remember watching the news back in the day. Did you guys ever watch the Philip DeFranco show?
Yep.
Okay. You and I. It was like Philly D,
I catch him on TikTok
sexy
now.
Phil. He's probably still doing it, but he used to do.
Philip DeFranco. I catch him on TikTok now.
He
just did like the local news.
Yeah, so he does like 3 news stories every like video is what was his format. I don't know if that still is. But he would do it in these ways that were like, here's kind of the information you need to know. Here's what one side is saying. Here's what another side is saying.
Yeah.
And he would do a really good job of just explaining things. And I wouldn't insert my opinion because that wasn't my goal with that. I was just trying to give information. He would occasionally go, I think this and that, and
like an old school political reporter.
Totally right.
Like
totally
this is what happens.
But do it in the YouTube way where it's like smash cut, rather than being like a news anchor. And so I did that for 10 to 15 of the like city council meetings while I was there. That's probably the remnants of like my city council. If you go look up Joe for 3 or Joe for Lakewood,
Joe for 3,
you'll find my own old videos of like me summarizing the city council. And so that was, again, I thought that was like, how do we get people
Joe
engaged?
for free.
Joe for free. Yeah,
that's what we need right there. That was the kink in your campaign. I
should have done that, except for you do get paid as a city council member, so, and I would have wanted that money. I'm not gonna give it up. But as you say, if you search that, search that. I'm really curious what comes up. Nope, I don't even have. I may have made my stuff all private. Private, so. But anyways, that was a time in my life. I have like the old yard signs as a decoration.
Yeah.
Send it to me.
Kept a couple of them.
Do you have one?
I had not with me, but like I have one at home. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
give it to Calvin. We'll put it up here in the back.
Oh, you should give me one.
Yeah, we'll put it up. We'll post it up here.
Okay.
Yes, I promise you.
Here's the potential issue with that is that if you announce you are running for city council,
we're not announcing.
No, I think that's I'm just like I have to be careful here. And for some reason, so it's reported
They're like,
that
yeah, Joe for 3.
That it's like I have 10 days to actually file to report or to like remove any. So I think I'll send you one. Hell yeah. Actually,
yeah, we'll put it up. We'll put it up here for sure.
I sent a message to.
If anything, I can take a photo of it. We'll blow it up and then we'll.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's not real. I took it.
Oh man.
Oh, that's sweet.
Let me say,
Let's see how professional he looks.
I know this isn't great
Ooh,
for
that looks good right there.
podcast, but
no, that's perfect.
Got the Joe Barnholt Lakewood City Council Ward 3. Hashtag Joe for 3. So
I thought it was LDT.
I'm gonna get a little deep here, just asking some questions here. So it seems like you're pretty successful. How'd your like childhood go and everything else? I'm just like,
where's the trauma?
Yeah, it's pretty. It sounds like it's pretty.
Just kidding. No.
Hitting off at all cylinders,
me
dude.
and my sister always joke that we put the fun and functional. We had the easiest childhood.
Oh, really?
I'm gonna be real. Like, I don't even want to like pretend to sprinkle.
Loving parents and everything else.
My parents.
Nice.
My parents are cooler than me. And I say that like bitterly, like not lovingly. I don't say that with love. I say that like I don't know how. Still in their mid 60s, my parents are still cooler than me, but they like make friends everywhere they go. My friends would come over before I got home from like my sports practices just to hang out with my parents, and they like just they're such cool people, and so very well adjusted. My dad grew up between Denver and Southern California. My mom grew up she started in like New Jersey, kind of near New York, and then lived in Louisiana before moving to Denver.
Holy shit, that's a whole mess of accents right there.
That's right.
You got New Jersey, you got New Jersey, then Louisiana. You know what I mean?
She has no accent. She has less of an accent than I do.
Really?
So yeah, she's I don't know, just assimilated to college. She can do the Cajun accent and do the Jersey accent. But
Joe, come eat your pizza now.
Yeah, that's right. Mumbling it out.
Come over here, eat that pizza, boy.
Oh, but so that was like, they wanted me and my sister to grow up in a diverse neighborhood. I grew up in East Denver. I did not know how white Colorado was till I got to college because I was a minority as a white student at every school I went to. Both my best friends are black. And
nice.
Just like grew up in a neighborhood that was like very diverse and like really inclusive. I went to East High School in Denver. Which is a good mix. It's like 45, 45, 10, basically 45% black, 45% white, and then 10% other.
Mexican?
Mexican and Asian, primarily Mexican for sure.
See, our high school was like
Mexican.
It was like 60 or 70% Mexican.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where were you guys
30% white, and then we got a couple.
We have
black people, a couple of Asians.
It was like 8%.
A few in each grade.
That's right. Where'd you guys go?
Fort Lupton.
Fort Lupton. Oh, hell yeah. Fort Lupton.
It's like right here, yeah.
Absolutely. We played you guys' baseball team a couple times.
You guys probably got smoked, huh?
Who's
pitching? Who was pitching?
I can't even remember.
Probably Matt Stevens.
No.
What year did you graduate?
04.
You graduated 04?
Yeah.
Oh,
well, they were on roids back then, them boys.
That's right. It was the McGuire Salsa days. So that's what we were all doing it. Oh man, that's so funny. We were all roiding.
Oh god.
But that was like, so because of that, I A, had a really nice home life, and B, went to schools that helped me be really well adjusted. And so I think like I just don't take much for granted in that.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people who grow up in very like privileged households, and I'm going to say privileged because my dad went back to school when I was like in middle school, and we weren't rich by any means. We were lower middle class, but like it was just a really well-balanced home life, and no complaints.
And I think that's what everybody's trying to do nowadays, you know what I mean? Like me and Calvin just trying to like, my dad always works, so I never see him, but I'm just trying to be like more a part of my child's life.
Same.
And Calvin's
Calvin's
dad was just working so hard, he was never there.
All you can do is make adjustments from what you learned from your parents, and then your kids will be a whole new kind of fucked up.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
I was fucked up because my dad wasn't there. My kid's fucked up because I'm there.
Yeah, exactly right. They're gonna
more in-person experience.
They're gonna be smothered.
There's your next joke right there.
Oh my god.
But no, I think it's like, definitely lucky. Definitely feel like, and again, very thankful for where I grew up. Very thankful for the experience of also like getting out of there. And
Yeah.
I went to car school, mines, engineering school in Golden, Colorado.
Nice.
And so very thankful for there. That place has given me a ton of success. I owe a lot of my success to that degree that I got there. But I also like went to a school that was the makeup of Colorado.
Yeah.
And I went, oh my gosh, there's so many honkies here. There's so many white people. And I knew.
I love that you said honkies.
Oh my god! No. So, and it's funny. Like I was the blackest thing most people had ever seen.
Shut the
and I know that because I would like SAG and stuff like that, and I got the nickname Joe Black.
Oh,
because it was right after the Brad Pitt movie came out. Y'all remember that? And so they would call me Joe Black because I had, the black scent or whatever you want to call it. Which is funny because right now, like if you met me today, there's no way you would like assume that. But I remember going to school and there was like 6 black kids in my class, and 3 of them I'd previously gone to school with in middle school or high school, and the other 3 were from Africa. And it was like, oh, that's the diversity of Colorado. It was like
none.
Exactly right. And so again, that was very eye-opening to just be like, oh, like that's lucky to be able to grow up in that environment in a place like Denver.
Were you wearing like do-rags or what?
So no, I wasn't. I sag. I did sag. I would wear my sweatpants. I'd wear them low.
Baggy pants or?
Yeah. So
did you tape the?
No.
I had the rubber bands for
rubber bands on the bottom.
The Janko was
like
Jankos. Like my mom would never let me get like the real Jankos. I get like the like
South Pole ones,
the Mervin's Jankos that were like part of the ways open. They like looked kind of cool and stuff like that. But
Jankos were the shit.
Some people with some cool jeans back in the day.
Oh yeah, dude.
And so I was not one of them, but. No, so yeah, like sagging, I didn't wear like big white tees or anything like that, but I probably had a chain. I had 89 Chevy Caprice Classic.
Oh shit.
Which that car, if you don't know, it looks like an old school Cadillac, big boat. It was clean. I loved that car.
Big Bertha,
and I spent more on the sound system in that car than the Blue Book value of that car. Between 2 stolen stereos and replacing subs with better subs, I ended up spending like over $2,000 on the sound system.
They heard you down the street.
Yes, absolutely, man. There were so many times I'd pull up to a red light, there'd be some guy pulling up and be like, "Yo, you selling that thing?" And I'm like, "No, sorry, man, I love it too much."
I'm gonna have your stereo anywhere.
Exactly. Probably got followed home, But again, just like that was. Successful. I appreciate hearing that. I consider myself very lucky. I think I followed the blueprint that you're supposed to follow, for better or worse. Like it was, get the grades, get the degree, get the wife, supposed to start the family.
Yeah.
But then, that never came to fruition. And so like being where I'm at, I think it's like really interesting hitting reset in your late 30s when you do have the means to do it.
Yeah. Like
me telling people, if I was like quitting my job at 22 and like going to pursue comedy, people would be concerned. But like doing it at 38, people are like, "Can I come with you, please?
Save me.
I'll leave the kids. I don't care. Please, I'll do this.
I'll leave my wife."
So it's like being able to do this is really cool. And again, being able to do it in a way, yes, get that. Mas fuerte, mi amigo, you'll do it. But being able to do that.
This guy is cultured as fuck, boy.
That's Spanish class because it handles.
That's right. I got 4 years of it in high school. So.
Damn.
I got.
Más fuerte. Goddamn.
So no, it's been a lot of luck. I got a big chunk of my college paper. My grandpa died when I was 3. And so,
sorry.
No, all good. I appreciate that. He was a hard liver and probably had a hard liver when he died. So it was he died earlier than he should have. But at the same time, like through that, my parents saved that money and paid for a good chunk of it. And then I became an RA, which I really enjoyed, being able just to kind of like guide kids. And I feel like pretty well adjusted as an engineer. Like,
Dude, I'm just saying,
talk
you're
to
off the
people.
chart, dude. We could talk for fucking about 16 hours. Still.
What's
You're
your-
an RA.
Yeah.
Let's hear the crazy RA story that you fucking had to do. Come on, dude.
Hold on, what's your degree in first?
Mechanical engineering.
Okay.
So I was an RA in an engineering school that was 80% white dudes. It was not interesting.
Everyone's studying. Everyone's just.
I caught
There's
him.
one kid that he caught chewing skulls.
That's right. I caught him jacking off in the bathroom stall. I don't know.
Who?
Name him. It's funny. Like I
You
feel
shall
like,
finish, get out.
Yeah, exactly right. I feel like I never wrote anybody up. I caught a few people drinking and was just like, don't be dumb. Stop being stupid. And then like other than that, so like I don't know if it's changed. Mine, because like weed is legal now, mine was a drinking school, not a drug school. You would drink. You would go out.
Well,
and get drunk.
I think drugs. I think drugs are still in the like. Weed is like some people do it.
But and it was like
Some people don't.
But people were like, you were weird if you smoked weed in college.
yeah.
In the
Oh, I
mid
know
2000s,
that. Yeah,
it was like,
yeah.
you're a stoner.
trouble. There's some
You're
trouble.
a stoner. And I was like, I feel like people would kind of lean into it. Like a lot of the stoners I knew would like hang up tapestries and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, nowadays stoners are like going to like business classes and shit like that.
Yeah.
Like, they're not like trying to lean into it. But
Hey, dude, I just invented this new bomb.
that's right. That's right. The
Mechanical
engineering school.
engineer, you know what I mean?
Exactly
Fucking-
right.
You flip this
Exactly
over,
right.
and it's a gravity bong, and
And so that was like, you know.
Anti-gravity bomb.
no gravity.
So being an RA, it was just like you would always know when people were drinking, and I just told people like, if you do something stupid, like I'm gonna have to report it. So don't do something stupid,
Yeah.
and we're gonna be just fine.
yeah.
So that was always my
And I hope a lot
rule.
of people at mines weren't stupid. So.
You know, you'd be surprised, man.
Smart people are
You'd be
very
surprised.
stupid. I'm just letting you know.
I guess
So
like,
you have a very white collar job? Yeah, or you
I did.
you
yeah,
did?
I
How
did.
many stupid people did you encounter?
A lot. Oh yeah.
Daily,
Oh yeah.
I'm
So
sure.
it's funny. I worked in oil and gas, which so you could call that blue collar, but in the office environment, it is very white collar.
What would you
Like,
call it, Chris?
What?
Chris,
Are you oil and gas? Oh, you're
No,
a
I
field,
used
field
to,
guy?
I used to move oil rigs. Yeah.
Hell
like,
yeah.
Other pictures
So-
of us moving oil rigs.
I learned book knowledge versus practical knowledge when I was working in oil and gas
That's
because
the smartest thing you could ever use is practical knowledge.
Oh
'Cause
my God.
engineers are not practical
that's
at all.
exactly
They're not
it.
fucking practical.
This guy nailed it. because it's
They're not practical.
I could look at lines on a page and I could tell you what size the pipe is and I could do all
Yeah.
that shit. And you put me in the field and I'm like,
I don't even know what the.
I don't know how big that pipe is. 20
Yeah.
inches? Oh, it's 4? Okay, I don't know. Like,
And they're like, no, it's 36 inch, you
and-
dumb motherfucker.
yeah,
There's
exactly
like,
right.
There's people all the time, you know what I mean?
And so you realize, like, yeah, you can do some stuff, but like anytime I got in the field, I just like recognized these people are smarter than me, particularly in this way.
Yeah.
And there's my favorite guy that I ever interacted with. His name was Jim Bob Arnold. Literally was his name. 3 first names. I don't know. I don't know where the first name ends, the middle name starts, the
all one
last
name.
name begins. It might be one name. That might be his first name. I don't know. That might be his all
all
his name.
hyphen.
But it was Jim Bob
It's all
Arnold.
hyphenated.
And this dude was like slow talking, southern, just da da da. And that dude, that big dude, and that guy knew his shit.
Oh, yeah.
And it was so amazing to watch because I feel like coming from like the inner city,
Yeah.
that's probably where I'm most ignorant is like when it comes to like working man out in the rural life
Yeah.
and doing that shit, ranchers and oil men and that stuff. So like that was an experience for me, and luckily like having the background of like
Yeah.
knowing how ignorance works and stuff like that.
It's crazy.
I was
too,
like, wow.
because you tell something like, oh, that's not gonna work because of this and this
That's
and
right.
this, and they're like, oh, this. What about this?
That's
And like, oh, that you have to do this.
That's your
and then
daily
this.
hub.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
trying to move
Well,
stuff.
no,
Yeah,
it's
that's
like-
what I do.
well,
Like, this guy's whoever fucking designed this is a fucking asshole.
That's right,
I fucking
that's
hate this
right.
motherfucker.
And it's like, and you know, it's knowing, being smart enough to recognize that someone like Jim Bob Arnold is probably smarter than you in a lot of ways is something that I'm very thankful for. Again, that's like a lot of people from mines think they're hot shit and really smart.
Yeah.
And so like coming from the background where I was like, oh, I come from a diverse background.
I
with a
think
lot
if
of
they
working
teach
people and shit
humbleness,
like that.
they'd be better engineers. in
That's
the world.
exactly right. Exactly right. I have a joke where I go like, oh, I'm an engineer. Oh, don't clap for that. did you guys know that whenever an engineer tells you they're an engineer, they hear applause in their head? That's good. That's one that I'm working into it because it's like very relevant. I feel.
Hey, you should probably go to some job sites and tell some jokes.
That's exactly
That'd be
right.
a good one,
They'll
dude.
crush it.
Because people say the engineer are the smartest dumb people in the world.
Bro, that's a genius idea. You know, like Garrett with like
really
the Pallet City.
Yeah.
Dude, you show up during like a work break or a lunch break.
Yeah, a lunch break.
Because everyone takes them at the same time.
Yeah.
So you show up, you have like a little 15, 30 minutes of comedy.
You don't realize he's having an epiphany right now.
Hey, I got you. Hey,
his energy
hey, you're
level
welcome.
just
Hey,
shot
right
up.
here. Hey, it's all in
And
here.
a lot of those guys, you know, you're doing a good job. They're gonna extend that lunch break.
That's
45 minutes an hour, baby.
You better give a
You might get a free burrito.
Yeah, oh yeah, you gotta get breakfast burrito for sure. Though.
Hell
Give me that last headline. Son.
Hell yeah.
Then you gotta call the safety guy. Where's the breakfast burritos for all these guys?
I know. We'll be checking. Oh, you said these are egg potato?
I call some bullshit. Where's the bacon?
I see ham in this one.
So good.
All right there. Hey,
Yeah.
I mean, there's an idea right there.
Hey, dude, I like that. We should go hit up some job sites.
So I have an idea right now. I've told these guys before, but I want to do it like a homeless show, show for the homeless.
Okay.
So you set up like 16th Street or something.
Yeah,
where
yeah.
I bring a bunch of chairs, set up the chairs, have like a little thing where I try to like invite homeless people to like sit down.
Yeah, yeah.
We'll give them waters and shit, whatever.
And they steal
And
them all.
then like if people try to show up, like we're doing a good job, and other people like we kick them out. Like this is for the fucking homeless. You assholes. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
you
how
have,
dare
let me
you.
see your ID.
Yeah.
You have a dress on your
it's
ID?
like, those shoes look kind of new, buddy. So
Get the fuck out.
fuck out of here. Those
Right.
jeans, no stains.
No, I stole them this morning. I swear.
If you weren't screaming in tongues in the audience, we don't want you.
Some guy beating off in the back corner. Yes, sir.
Joe's playing.
I like the enthusiasm.
Joe's playing the guitar naked in the fucking stage.
That's right. I'll fit right in. I don't need the bear show. I just
Just start showing up playing naked.
That's right.
Those are closer.
Joe's our closer.
Something to look for. Look
He
forward
has
to.
no clothes, but he's a closer.
No closer.
We'll call it degentrification.
Oh fuck.
What minute were you at?
108.
Really?
Damn, it seems like
Damn.
it was longer than that.
I thought we were having fun. Time flies when you're having fun.
Yeah, I know. We've been killing it.
Cruising.
Oh, the live has been restricted for some audience.
Oh my god. Fuck it!
Probably Chris is cussing. I blame Chris.
Honestly, he hasn't stopped.
I don't stop. I can't stop.
I cussed a little bit. Too.
It's okay.
No, don't worry.
No, they
about
don't
No,
ban
don't
white
worry about
guys.
you. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay, good. White,
You're white guy, dude.
That's white privilege there.
No bans.
My last
Yeah.
name's Schaefer, and you know what I mean. I still get banned.
Can you bush me over there? Can I get on that?
I think I got a Modelo for you, buddy.
2 beers in an hour is probably the best I've ever
Yeah,
done.
Calvin's on one right now.
Yeah.
I've never seen
I'm
this.
having a good time.
Crushing.
Usually he has one beer and it's still full. This at the end of the podcast. The
Sounds
same
like
one. The same beer.
Sounds like me when I drink.
Speaking of which, we got.
You said that and it just completely hit home. I was like, yep, I hate fucking drinking too.
We got you
heck
two guys
yes.
one shed sticker.
Oh, we got stickers
Dude.
again.
Yes.
I would have a koozie.
Oh man.
Yeah, this one right here. This is the one.
Heck
That's a new
yes.
We've had a
We
lot
got
of drinks
koozies.
get
Yeah.
busted out in here.
Yes.
So.
Yeah, I
Sir.
spilled my drink last podcast. I
Oh my
spilled it.
god, did you guys clip that and put it up?
You should have clipped it, Calvin, when
Which one
I
is it?
spilled all the drinks.
Oh no, I didn't.
He stood up and the back of his foot kicked the table.
And it spilled all the drinks. I was like, I've never done that before in a halftime out too.
Got to get the clips. It's the unexpected stuff.
All right, let's do the halftime out too.
Have you seen this sticker at Thug Mike?
Yes, I have. Absolutely.
Yeah, I got it in the porta potty.
Hell yeah. That's so funny. I didn't even recognize that it was you.
Yeah, no, not a lot
I had
of people
no
do.
idea.
Mikey,
That was a
you want
long
one of
time
these?
ago. That was,
Sure.
You want
less
one?
wrinkles on my face.
Okay, let me
And
get
I was
another cup
about
real quick.
60 to 70 pounds heavier. Hey, mute your mic.
Hey, am I red?
Nope.
Chris goes in there. The kids are all going
Yeah.
all wild for him.
Woo!
It's funny because me and Mikey will be talking, and then Chris won't cut the audio, so I'll be like editing it, and I'll be looking through like, okay, Chris left, and I'll be like, how bad is it? Like, are me and Mikey talking, or is like it goes silent? What's going on? Because it looks weird. It's just me, you know. And then Chris is just like Bella's like, Dad, Dad, Dad. It's like cutting in and out. The dog's barking. There's like Mel's like doing something else. It's funny.
That's so funny.
You gotta put those out.
It's like a secret, like, I hear his conversations that he's like we have like a secret mic in there.
Hot mic.
Yeah.
Caught on a hot mic
Yeah.
saying some racist shit. Maybe.
There's been a couple I've had to cut.
Hey,
Not Chris.
others.
We've had a couple guests, yeah.
What?
We're saying some words that not that, but just said some things that misogynistic or racist that might have to get cut.
Yeah, probably.
So I'm like, this probably shouldn't be on the internet. And we'll probably lose followers. We'll probably lose followers if they think this guy's our friend. Just kidding.
You just gotta add that tagline: the views expressed by the ghost of the
That's
show
right.
Right when it pops up,
not
right when they say it.
necessarily reflect.
Yeah, don't necessarily reflect the views of two guys one shed.
We're only 1 hour in, Joe, so hour 2. Let's
We're
see.
gonna
If
keep
you
it
say
going.
anything, I'm going to have
I
to
was gonna say,
throw up a little disclaimer.
keep giving me drinks, the odds go higher. The odds increase.
Yeah, don't be using the hard R in here. You know what I mean?
No, I'd get beat up by my friends.
Just a soft one?
Yeah.
That's. I didn't get that pass.
You have the card? You have the
I
card or
haven't got
not?
that pass yet.
You ever got that
no.
pass yet? Damn,
No.
boy.
I got one once, but I was like, this doesn't seem valid.
I got one once.
No.
I feel like he was trying to trick me.
Try to
He's like, just say it.
bamboozle you?
Yeah, I was listening to a rap song. He's like, just say it, Cal. I'm the lightest person in this car. I don't think so.
Alright. Halftime how to. Today I'm gonna do I don't know what it's called. They've been seeing on TikTok a little bit, but we're just gonna call it the blue margarita, you know what I mean? So what we're gonna do is we're making 4 of them. But what you want to do is add 1 ounce of some blue curacao. Cacao. That's such a crazy word, you know what I mean?
So
Curacao.
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 Hold up, we gotta ask the most diverse person here. How do you say that?
Don't ask me that.
Curacao.
Curacao.
Okay,
Yeah, curacao.
1 ounce, and then get your tequila.
I'm Colorado and I pronounce everything.
We got
phonetically.
Costco brand tequila over here.
Let's go.
Buena Vista and whatnot.
Buena Vista. Same,
It's funny,
same 1
I
ounce.
say when everybody asks me, where are you from? Like Colorado.
Colorado.
Everyone's like, where? Colorado.
Hope these are good, guys.
We gonna find out.
So it's just straight from the TikTok?
Yeah, straight from TikTok. Tiki-toki. And then you add some.
He's usually good.
Oh, 50-50.
Okay. All right. Wow, that's not bad. That's pretty good
No,
for.
he
for
I mean, he's
on the fly making a drink.
This is
I've done 71 of these.
Okay. Right. It's about-
And then we add some sweet and sour.
I just say that because we started off bad, because Chris started off with like random things that people would suggest. It was like we had like hot sauce shots and all kinds of random stuff. And I hate drinking. Chris probably like 80-20.
The tuna shot.
Ooh.
Oh yeah,
It
tuna
was
shots
not
good.
good.
It's like the bar mat shots in college.
Some of them
Yeah,
are,
that
like,
was
supposed
pretty
to
much
be-
what it was.
Some of them are
It was
supposed to be
tuna.
nasty.
It was tuna
Like
juice
the
from a can and
Ugh.
whiskey.
Ugh, I don't even mind tuna, and that sounds awful.
I love tuna too. And it was
Ew.
nasty.
No, thank you.
I almost threw up.
Ooh, all right.
All right, got some limon.
And then we add the rest. You know what I mean? You gotta.
Let's go.
Ooh, looks
Okay.
good.
Shoot
That
the
was so much
scores.
meat left on that thing.
I know Calvin's upset about it.
You gonna go eat the?
Yeah,
lime?
he might.
I
You're
might
wasting the broccoli.
if you have some salt over there, I might have. Okay.
Can you give me a little Tupperware?
Feel that.
I'll take it.
I'll throw it on the bar.
I'll use it on half a
All right.
taco later.
I'll put it in my pocket, like I do my mashed potatoes.
What?
I was thinking Napoleon Dynamite. What does he do? It was tater tots.
Tater tots.
Tater tots.
Hey, Napoleon, give me
I
some
was
of
like,
those tater
mashed
tots.
potatoes. Oh, freaking
Idiot.
That's fantastic.
Carry a spoon.
I think that's about.
Is it? I feel like I'm drinking UV. It's bringing me back to some nightmares.
Not new voltage.
Oh, these might be some perfect pours here, boys.
See how much you got left. Ooh, it's pretty close.
Perfect! perfect pour.
Oh, that was
Jesus
pretty good.
Christ.
Okay, that's
Pretty. Look at that.
damn good.
Dang, that's pretty good.
That's amazing.
No, that's pretty.
If I was golfing, I'd hit.
They're perfect pours.
As a judge, I'm gonna give that a 9.5.
No, they're perfect.
I'm gonna give that a 9.5. That is really solid.
If you'd like to do a shot later, you can do one out of these guys.
Oh,
We
yeah.
got our neighbors.
Nice.
Our neighbors got them out of for us.
They're missing the urinal cakes. But...
Oh God! Imagine your own cakes in there. Oh, I'm nervous.
Best part, man.
All right, here you go, Mikey. Try that one.
Just gives it minty flavor.
Minty freshness. Oh, sorry, Mikey. I didn't put a lime on yours, but
I think you can take it to him. Ooh, look at that. Were you ready for this?
No, y'all ready for this? Yeah, I guess so. Now I am.
all right.
I was not coming into this, but
There you have it.
Sorry
The
for
blue
the-
margarita.
blue margarita.
Take a look at it. Enjoy it. We're about to see how this is gonna be. You know what I mean? All right.
Cheers.
Mikey. Mikey, you were down for this one?
Are we taking it down?
Yeah, you might as well just down
Oh,
it.
hell
You know
yeah,
what I mean?
I'm
You
gonna
might
do
as well
it.
just down it.
Yeah.
I thought you plugged your nose, Joe. I was like, what's going on over there?
Oh, no,
That's
pretty.
that's
dang
pretty
good.
good.
I could do that. I don't really like alcohol, but I could do that.
Calvin, look at him.
That's.
He always makes a face. He
You got
always
it.
makes
No,
a
I get
face.
that. I get it.
He always makes a face.
I get it. Tequila's
I put that on the good side.
Mikey and I were talking. Tequila's one of the only hard alcohols I can do. Clear,
Really?
clear tequila.
Oh yeah.
Don't give me any of
Here's
the
what
barrel
I
aged
don't
stuff,
like.
but
I
give
don't
me
like the taste.
give me clear tequila, and it's like clean enough that I don't have to worry about it. 100%
Oh, yeah.
agave is what I.
Yeah. That's what we usually do around here. Because it doesn't give you a hangover. You
That's
know what I
right.
mean? It
That's
doesn't,
right.
and it
It's
makes
clean.
you. What are you doing over there?
Let's get some salt.
You want another? Did you get your beer?
I'm still full. Still full.
Woo woo.
Oh,
Good work. That was a good one.
thank you, man.
Add that one to the
The repertoire.
recipe book.
We can't hit that one again until episode 142.
Oh,
so.
gotta double it up.
Dude, it's hard to produce halftime out-twos. Oh, I need a poem.
Fuck.
Last week I started doing poems every week, so I think it's gonna be a 1 week thing because I thought it was my thing. I thought it was like I got another
I
poem.
got a poem.
You got one? You can save me?
No.
I'm gonna- Yeah, that's what I was gonna do. Wow, the TikTok looks good.
It's clean.
Well, yeah, because we're
That
using
sounds
the good
legit.
camera.
I'm saying the live looks, even the angle.
Oh, what we got here? Cool setup. Thanks, bro. How do blind people know when
Uh-oh, don't read them out loud.
to stop wiping? I need
We
to
get in
know
trouble.
the answer.
No, yo, that's a legit question.
But you gotta smell it.
What is it?
You gotta smell the toilet paper.
What is it?
Okay, but here's the
How do
problem.
how do blind people know when to stop wiping?
Okay, but you need to smell the toilet paper. Like, how close do you need to get? Because
Oh, you know.
because if we're
If you're
being-
blind,
Yeah,
you have the
oh, that's true. They have
daredevil
medicine.
sense.
Because
You know
I was
what I
gonna
mean?
say, like,
Daredevil.
y'all ever had
sense.
that? Y'all ever had that like 3D wipe on the first wipe where it's like a pile rather than like a
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
like so. when
Yeah,
you
it's
put-
like he scoops.
you don't
you
want to like
scoops.
stick your
Yeah.
nose in it, you know, like
No, but you can feel on your anus. You,
You
know
can
what I
feel
mean?
if it's heavy though, right?
yeah, that's what I was thinking. Is like you could probably feel
You
Yeah.
wipe, it's like a little
because it
heavier
is
than
like
normal.
super pet.
Yeah, the
Daredevil.
daredevil fucking sense. you know
Daredevil
what I mean?
rules.
I always think it's
that
you that
applies
takes
to
us to these fucking shitty places, but it's our fucking the comments. The comments always take us.
me. No, I like it. I think it's good.
Yeah,
appreciate
you know what I mean? If you wipe, you know what I mean? You gotta just like get it here, I think. You know what I mean? You can smell the poop.
Feel the weight.
But like if you have swass though, you just keep wiping. Just fucking.
Legitimate question.
Yeah,
Do you sit down to wipe or stand up? To
I
wipe?
stand.
Do you really?
I do
I'm a
this.
half
I do this.
Okay, you
I do
I'm a
this.
half cheeker. Like I
You
just,
lean over?
same- okay, I have a friend that swears that he stands up and turns around
What is that?
for what?
and checks. Like that's how you do it.
Checks the poop and wipes.
Like he turns
School of Mines?
to no. This is my well-adjusted friend who went to CSU. This is my friend who's
That
like
explains
cool and stuff like that. But no, dude. And then also I had a debate, but I did have a debate with someone at School of Mines, front to back or back to front.
Front to back.
He did back to
Oh, he's got shitty balls.
That's exactly.
Shitty balls.
The gooch.
Shitty balls. I'm calling it shitty balls.
That's
That
all over
was
the
the
gooch.
debate.
That's the runway. The gooch is the runway.
That
Oh,
was
God.
the debate. Was like, do you get any? He swore. He was like, no, you don't.
You like.
Not that good question.
'Cause I
but it
mean,
might be a strange
You know
debate.
how far you're going though, right? Like once you're in your gooch, you know you're wiping
You
the
should.
gooch.
You're
Yeah.
feeling all of it for both sides.
But still, if you wipe the front, there's always that little bit.
Wait,
you know
how
what I
thin's
mean?
your toilet paper?
2-ply minimum. 2-ply minimum. I do Charmin Ultra Soft.
No, how like your
We do
fold,
Costco.
Your fold,
Oh, double. No, at least one fold.
No, I just get a whole mess of it. Just fucking
Oh,
pile
you
it up.
pack-
I'm a piler.
Way!
I'm a
What
piler.
a waste!
Oh, I don't give
What
a
a
fuck. I'm not
waste.
paying for it.
Oh, I'm practical.
Our environment is. Chris, our environment is. Thanks.
I'm replanting. They just start making some planting fucking
On the
some
behalf of
trees.
the- on behalf of
Put
the
some
environment.
seeds in those fucking things.
I'm
You know
not
what I mean?
paying for it. Our environment is.
On behalf of the environment, I
That
thank you,
is
Joe.
good. That was good shit.
The trees, thank you.
Yeah.
Or
no,
you put
so-
beads in there that have the fucking
Okay,
I'm not
seeds.
putting beads anywhere near my
Okay,
asshole.
I'm very.
Dude, think about it. They can scrape. They can scrape and wipe at the same time.
Okay,
And you can plant.
I'm very calculated about this now. That
Think
you're
about this
asking.
fucking
I'm
trees growing out of the septic tanks. Fucking.
I'm realizing how calculated I am about this because I'm sitting here going, wait a minute. For my first wipe, I usually get 4 squares or 3
that's way
squares,
too much.
and
now.
I fold it.
I just fucking.
And I fold it twice for the first wipe. Every subsequent wipe after that is 1 fold.
Yeah.
Jesus
Minimum.
Christ,
But you
bro.
can, yeah.
I'm
but you
sorry, I
can
gotta
do that
piss.
once,
I gotta
fold
pee.
it, wipe again. I don't know how we got into this, but I am very.
And then it gets
very-
too thick, and you're like, I'm gonna need more toilet paper.
That's right.
Like,
That's right.
I'll use
And
that little
so,
corner.
That's
Get
right.
that little corner of my
That's right.
asshole.
Because I don't want to waste toilet paper, but I don't need to use every inch of it.
Yeah.
You know? But there is a calculation for that first wipe where you don't want it to be like surprisingly thick, and you're like, oh no, 1 fold wasn't enough, as it like tears open, and you're like,
Or you
no.
go and you're like, this is definitely full. Like,
Yeah.
ugh.
No,
Like,
I
hardly
just.
have any room to fold it.
I just pull as much. Like I just eyeball it. I'm like that's
Chris
enough.
was thinking about this during his
You gotta
piss. He's
call.
like,
You had a call, by the way, right? as
Oh,
you
I
walked
did?
away.
hey, when you were peeing sitting down, did you think of that?
Yeah. I just get like a pile. I get a pile. You know what I mean? Just enough. I just like.
I wear my
then-
penis sometimes.
And then I put it in my. But
I had an ex-girlfriend who thought that guys wiped their penis till she was like 15.
what?
She was like, why wouldn't you? We do, and I actually thought her argument was halfway decent.
I don't even wipe my penis when I ejaculate. You know what I mean? Just fucking let it dry out.
Peel it off the next day.
It's like the glue.
Dude, I love. Yeah. See, he knew.
Is that Elmer's on your hand?
No, that's splooge.
You remember doing that in middle school?
Oh,
We
God.
put the Elmer's and let it like dry out.
Oh my gosh.
Bunch of jizz hands and fucking.
Jizz hands.
5th grade, everyone started jizz hands.
Just shake it with jizz hands.
That's exactly what we were calling it, jizz hands. Was jizz even a word back then?
These ain't jizz hands.
What is the
These
origin?
are jizz
They're
hands.
below. Jizz hands and we go below the waist.
These are jizz hands.
What is the origin of jizz? Because we were not calling it jizz back then. Not that I
What were
in
you
5th
calling
grade
it?
was thinking about jizzing.
It was always been jizz for me.
Come.
Splooge? Come?
Jizz I feel has got to be like a 2000s or later development.
No, it was pretty
You
popular.
think it was popular before then?
Well, because Little John, you know what I mean?
There's got to be some
you know what I mean?
origin.
Ski.
Ski. I remember skiing.
Middle school would have been 2000.
Yeah, 2000.
Jizz.
Do you know how to say ski in Spanish?
No.
Me la pela. For all you guys that don't know, you're welcome.
He knows. He went to 4 years of Spanish.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. You shouldn't. That should have been the first.
That's right.
First week.
I was melapelling all over.
Me
the
la
place.
pela.
That's more like suck my dick.
Ski. You know. You ski.
Jizz. It's always been jizz for me. Like.
Did you know Jizz is the name of the music that's played in Star Wars?
Yeah.
Swear to God. Swear to God. Dun, 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 dun,
Yeah, the one that can't sing it.
the
That's called
Cantina music
Jizz?
is called
I love
Jizz.
it.
Canonically called Jizz.
Dude, I
by
love Jizz.
Lucas. Yeah, Jizz is great.
Is it because of jazz?
I go to jizz
It was
clubs.
jazz, and he had to put the I in it. And I don't know about that.
jizz in my ears.
But I feel like they changed it like when Disney bought them.
became Kid Jizz? Sorry. What would it be if Disney bought
Kids
it?
Bop Jizz. Dirty.
We're getting... Check the TikTok, Mike.
Yeah, we're probably canceled already.
That one's on me. That one's on me, TikTok. My bad.
Canceled. Canceled for Kid Jizz.
So we were hot on TikTok for a while because that's our best one. We have like 5,000
Dude,
subscribers.
we were doing body shots. Oh god.
But we were hot on TikTok, and then we just kept getting banned, like bam, for like 2 weeks at a time. Every
What
time
would
we'd go
you
live,
do?
last year,
Nothing. We just cuss and say something
cussing
stupid.
and doing shots and talking shit.
Being themselves.
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically what you've seen the past hour.
That's
That's us.
And then did they stop hunting you guys?
No, they stopped giving us views.
No, we just stopped. We just kind of gave up because like we get banned. It was going like 15, 30 minutes in every time we were just getting banned. So we're just,
But
like,
we were
screwed.
doing good though. We were getting like a lot of people like joining.
Yeah,
in.
we always get followers when we're live, but we started again last week because we're just like, I got another tripod, so I was like, fuck it, we'll just try, and we'll see how many times we have to restart.
Oh,
Could
hey,
ever
look
see
at all
me.
these people joining.
Can't even see me.
That's
Wu-Tang.
cool.
How many people we got right now?
The episode name is Denver Comedy Scene. So.
6.
I don't think that's real though.
Stop.
Because then when you'll like stop it, it says that you have more.
Yeah, no, you stop and then start again, and then people join again because you start a new live. That's the reason why they try to push the lives.
They just hop in though. It depends how long someone's watching.
Oh yeah, Denver Comedy Scene.
Because last week we had like 492 likes
Yeah.
combined. We had like over 1,000 people at once.
Oh, we jumped up to 15.
Yeah.
Oh, let's go.
It's like bouncing up.
What's up, people?
How was your So we just talked Denver Comedy Scene, but we said that. But,
I thought you were saying vasectomy. I was a bit like, what?
No,
the
you're
fuck,
little,
dude? Is this
not little, but you're
little?
My tour?
Oh, how was your tour?
Yeah, it was sweet. I did the Pacific Northwest. I did Bozeman, Spokane, Seattle, Tacoma, and Portland.
So how long was that?
2.5 weeks, and then I'm
Nice.
getting ready to do a loop through the South. I'm going to do Omaha, Kansas City, Nashville, New Orleans, Houston, Austin for a couple weeks, and then some mix of like Dallas, Tulsa, and Oklahoma City on the way back.
So is that like all out of your pocket, or how's that
Yeah,
work?
no, just I'm a full-time comic, not
Yeah.
a money-making comic.
Living the dream.
So exactly right. You know,
Fuck
again,
yeah.
doing it later in life, no kids. I'm not rich by any means, but I can take a year hiatus and then like reevaluate from there. And so
Nice.
kind of dove in head first, and actually got encouraged to by my last boss.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's a friend of mine, and he brought me onto his team a couple years ago, and then was kind of talking to me and was like, you can kind of be doing the same thing that you're doing now, but I think you're ready for your next challenge, so maybe it's time for you to do something bigger. Maybe his way of like making me fire myself, but
hey, let's go.
but
I don't want you here anymore.
that's
go do
right.
comedy.
That's right.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
either way, I'm very.
You're hilarious, so
thankful
get
for
out.
it. Yeah.
A little bit too funny, buddy.
Get out.
All those little tidbits for the meeting.
Yeah.
But he was awesome and kind of encouraged me. Although he was like, you should go like teach English in Vietnam for 6 months, which I love that guy, but that was an awful suggestion.
He's trying to get rid of you, dude.
He was, but
Yeah,
you know,
he's trying to get you as
but-
far away
but
from
actually-
him
but
as he was
even-
like.
I will say that even if he was getting rid of me, it was probably like the right move for me at the time.
Yeah.
I just went through a divorce a couple years ago, sold a house. Like my dogs are the only thing that's kind of like keeping me here. I just recently broke up with a girlfriend, and
I get rid of those dogs real quick if you want me to.
It's good to have people like that in your life that kind of encourage you to do
exactly
something.
right. No, absolutely.
Right?
And again, it's like I trust him fully. And again, even if it was like he had his own, personal
Vendetta against
things
you.
things he was trying to do. I do think it was nice to like take a step back and reevaluate and go, what is it that I would actually do if I could just like do whatever. And then I was talking to my sister, the one who I originally helped start writing comedy, and she was like, I was like, I don't know if it's a good time. And she's like, there may never be a good time, but there's probably
never a
not
good time.
She's like, there's probably not a better time. And I was like, that's all I needed to hear. Is like there really isn't a better time.
Okay, if you go to Nashville, you have to go to Printer's Alley.
Okay. What's that? Printer's Alley?
You'll find out.
Okay. All right.
You'll find out.
Printer's Alley.
What we do there?
Am I about to get
It's-
bugged? Is this,
no,
is this
it's
your
like,
buddy? Do you have buddies out there that rob people?
No, it's like
you're gonna
this,
cut.
it's the worst strip club you could ever go to. in
Oh,
Tyler.
okay.
Oh, I didn't go
Okay.
there. I've never been there.
Okay.
The stage is this tall,
So
and
you're
you,
like right
and
there.
you buy the beer right next door to out of
When did you go there?
when I went with Chad and Doug.
Oh, he goes there with those guys, but not for his bachelor party.
Not for you.
His
Calvin.
bachelor party.
I was singing in front of like 300 people, bro. I was having a time of my life,
dude,
bro.
I didn't even know you had gone
I was getting my
there.
ass beat by bartenders.
Disappointing.
That's fun.
Disappointing.
That'd be a good place to do a bachelor party.
That's what I did.
Hell yeah.
We went there, but not to fucking Printer's Alley. I would have loved to gone.
No, it's not.
You know me.
It's nothing to brag about.
We'll go.
Me and Mikey take
You go and then you can. There's jokes about Printer. You can make some jokes.
I'll just hop on stage and start doing
Start jokes. Yeah.
I'll start doing comedy.
Spread your butt cheeks apart and
That's
start
right.
talking. You know what I mean?
That's right.
Hey, this isn't a bear show, all right? Kenny's stealing people's ideas.
Hop up there with my guitar. That's right. Do the Jenny bit. So hop on the stool.
So that kind of him just kind of encouraging you to do something else.
Yeah.
Push you to comedy, or how did you think of comedy? Is that just because?
So I was already doing a little bit of the comedy and kind of diving in head first. I feel like, you know, when a lot of people start doing comedy, they do it as like, oh, I'm going to see what this is like, and they're interested in it. I dove in head first. I, you know, had already done the entertaining thing. I know I enjoyed it.
Right.
I'd done the joke writing thing with my sister. I knew how to be calculated and like think about it in that way. And so I really was like, no, I don't want to like half-ass this. I want to try and like do this for real. And so when he was like, hey, you should go do something else, it was pretty easy after a couple months of being like, I really like this. I like what I'm doing here, to be like, I can do this full time. And I am reaching a point where I'm realizing like there's only so much you can do from like a joke writing perspective. And it's cool you guys are doing a podcast. And it's cool. That's why you see people like writing scripts or writing books or things like that, because you do end up with quite a bit of time. But I am so lucky to be able to have just like literally like do nothing other than like go to mics and think about comedy.
Just be focused.
Travel.
Yeah,
like literally, like when I travel to a city, it's like what it's like me going to a convention there, where I'm like, how do I meet comics? How do I do this? And so it's like you don't quite escape it. Yeah. It's definitely a little like you never get a break from it because you're always thinking about it, and it's kind of probably like owning a business. Where it's like it's always something that's on the back of your mind, and you're always like thinking like, how do I get a new show? How do I write a new joke? How do I do whatever? And like you even do that as a hobbyist, but when it's your full-time thing, it's like a little bit more like
pressure.
There's like a little alarmist, like I gotta get something, and so again, I know I have a lot to learn, and so I'm really trying to like not put too much pressure on myself until I've finished these trips and like done the loops and stuff like that.
Was it ever your plan to be like, okay, once I'm established in a certain point in my like professional career, then I'll take some chances? Or was that like a point in your head? Because me, like, I've always wanted to be a comedian. Like that's always been my thing since I was a kid. Like I always wanted to do that and go towards that. But as I got older and like you go through life and like you're doing other things, you're like, okay, I have
it's time to grow up, Peter Pan.
Not even that, but like
no, you have to have a job to like support
I want to have some money in my pocket.
Yeah.
So it's like, hey, I'll establish myself here, and once I'm established, then I'll take my chances. Yeah. That was my thought in my head, probably because part of like being kind of scared. You know, scared to dive in, and comedy's so scary.
I always tell people, like, I'm driving off a cliff, but I'm doing it with a parachute, man. Like, I'm not doing it. There's people out there that are doing this and sleeping in their car, and, like, that $40 that they get paid for that show is, like, what feeds them. Yeah. I'm not doing that. I'm not rich by any means, but when you sell a house after a divorce, when you don't have kids, and you, like...
Have a hit song, Broccoli.
I made no money from that. Being an engineer, that was great. That was... working in oil and gas for 8 years.
How fun was that, though?
No, it was awful.
How fun was the broccoli song?
That was way more fun. Yeah. But again, it's like, so that's not lucrative, but having the money to be able to do
I don't want to interrupt you, but my ADHD mind.
Go in.
So what made you feel better? Was the broccoli song or working in the oil and gas, making all that money?
I mean, the broccoli song, and it's especially like in the moment that it.
Or like, what's more rewarding to you? Like at the end of the day, like
I always tell people like oil and gas was such a great paycheck, but like after the 20th lunch and learn on the new Teflon seal in a ball valve, I was like, just shoot me. Like, I just want to, I'll come here, and that's why you guys got banned, because I said some shit like that. So,
Calvin just looks at the camera.
Wasn't me again.
Not him. But it's like, that was like, okay, I can make a great living. I'm not doing this because I enjoy it. Like, there are some people that dig it. They love engineering. They love doing that stuff. They like sizing pipes. And for me, I actually found the the like people element, the project management,
Yeah,
and that
the
type
more
of stuff,
fun just hanging out
that
people.
was like way
and,
more
yeah.
interesting to me. And so when I got laid off in oil and gas, as everybody does, I had a chance to go to tech instead. I had a few options to go back to oil and gas, and an option to go to tech, and it was like, I'm gonna go try something new with just using like the people skills in like a tech area.
Yeah.
But, like, I'm not gonna try and code for anybody, and so I just got to kind of like be a people person, and I loved it. And you don't want to like label yourself a manager.
Yeah.
But I think when you can speak in a logical way with technical people without the threat of trying to do their job, it's very comforting to them.
Yeah.
And so like being an outspoken engineer, being someone who can talk to people in the engineering world, it's not that common. Just that's the type of person that it attracts. Yeah, who knew? Exactly right. What are they?
A logical engineer? Are you kidding me?
How do your interviews go? They're always like, you're so easy to talk to.
That's right. No, I'm telling you, it's like
I work in finance, so people are like, oh, like you aren't weird.
Yeah. No, that's the joke. How can you tell when an engineer's an extrovert?
Come in, you start talking like Rain Man. You just say, I can see that you guys have 3.5555.
I'm baked in half my meetings. I always talk like Rain Man.
Oh, if we just go ahead and fight it.
Luckily, I'm so fucking good at math that I can just do finance. Like,
There you go.
it's easy.
That's it.
I'm baked. I
That's
can
it.
just do whatever I want.
Math guys, hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
I'm the same
but no,
way.
it's how you can tell an engineer's an extrovert. They look at your shoes when they're talking to you.
These are good. These are good.
That's a joke book joke.
These are good. Those are good.
That's legit. I look at other people's
Yeah,
shoes.
no, it is. So it's funny you talk about being good at math. I had a moment, so I'm a math kid. I had a moment where I realized that there was a kid that's smarter than me. Ooh. My cousin's kid is 5, and I stayed with them in Portland while I was on the road, and she just turned 5 and can do times tables and word problems.
Oh my God.
And do them well and fast. And I watched this girl, and I was the math kid in my class, and I was like, I feel so inadequate. She's like
top tier.
It was prodigy level. It was weird. I'd never seen it before, and I wrote some note about I need to write a joke about when you meet a kid that's smarter than you, because I didn't know what to do as like a math kid watching this kid that was like better at math than me. Like you know, I could do the stuff she was doing, but not at 5.
I think that's just the engineer in you.
Yeah,
that's how you're the best.
Exactly right. I was like, fuck you. Do a differential, huh?
Fuck you.
Integrate that shit. No.
Yeah, it's fucking wrong, you dumb piece of shit.
The coolest thing to me is like, I was always like in the advanced math classes, all that bullshit, all through school and stuff, you know. And it's cool to me to see my son now, and he's like 3, and I'm like, there's like just like a few things on the ground, and I'm like, how many are there? And he's like been learning to count. He's all 3, and he'd even go 1, 2, 3. You know, he goes 3, or even now I'll go be like he does like addition and subtraction. Like he's
that's pretty good for 3, man.
No, he's not 3. He's 6.
Okay.
But like we do addition and subtraction, like word problems.
And
he's like, well, I know what that is, the 3, Dad. And I'm like, it's really good. Like he does. We try to do 4 to 6 pages of his workbook every day, and he does it like in 10 minutes. Like he's just so good. Like it is shit.
Dope.
And I'm like, is this advanced enough? So now he has a 1st grade workbook, and he's just been smoking it. I'm just like, he's like, I see what like. Not necessarily. My mom had so much to do. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like mom had so much shit to do. But I see like Carter, and I'm like, I can just focus all on him. I'm about to have another kid, but like right now I can. Thanks. Yeah, I can focus like, just like those little things that I know like are math things where we do math problems on the way to school.
Yeah. And
he doesn't know what the fuck's going on. He's just having fun in the backseat, you know. But I'm asking him, hey, what's 8 minus 2? Yeah. He's all 6. I'm like, what's this plus this? He does. I didn't even know. It makes me feel bad because I'm like, I didn't even know how advanced he is because he has a addition and subtraction workbook with the double digits like numbers, and he's been working double digit numbers. I didn't even know you could fucking work double digit numbers. He's just good at it because he's like, yeah, you fucking did smoke that whole page. I'm like, that's amazing.
He got your math genes.
Yeah, it's I guess because my wife's not good at math. She has way more common sense than I do though. Like
yeah, Calvin lacks common sense. I'm like, Calvin, what were you thinking?
You're book smart. She's street smart.
Yeah. I'm the smartest book smart person without a degree. So.
The smartest dumb person. You know?
Yeah. Thanks.
That's okay. I'm like, the engineers are the dumbest smart people. The engineers are the dumbest smart people.
Dude, they're smart, but they're fucking dumb sometimes. Like, why would you fucking make this work this way? Because it doesn't work this way.
Well, even coming from a place where you like needed street intelligence, like growing up in an area where it's just like having intelligence and being smart is a good thing. Like, the lack of street smarts at an engineering school, despite the intelligence level, is fascinating.
I'm going to put a QR code up there and start stealing people's fucking tuition.
Dude, executive level positions. People in executive levels that just can't figure things out, and you're just like, what the fuck is going on?
Bro, that's me.
It's like, how are you someone's boss?
You were a Geek Squad.
My regional manager, he was now my store manager. When he would come through, he'd be like, I would be like asking him like, "Hey, what do we do in this situation?" He's just like, I don't know. And he doesn't know the systems. He doesn't know anything else. He just knows the business of it.
Yep.
And then his boss is 10 times as bad because my in-store supervisor does like emails and all this other shit for him because he can't fucking figure it out.
Jeez.
It's ridiculous.
That's pretty wild.
There's people that come into like, I work corporate finance, so there's people that come in and they're like book smart, and so they need a whole like processes of how things work and what step by step and what to do in this situation, and if something changes, what to do in this situation, what to do in this, and I'm just like, dude, you just gotta live it. You gotta figure it out.
Dude,
and
they're computers. That's like what they are. That's what they are.
NPCs.
Yeah, NPC. Yeah, exactly. The amount of
for real, you talk to them.
No, seriously. Like, I'm gonna say it. I love my school of mines kids, but when I was an RA, man, like a lot of those kids are just like very book smart and
antisocial. They don't even know how to be.
NPC is a really interesting way to describe it because it would be like interacting with them was so like computational and logical and just like the one word responses.
PS6, bro.
Oh,
PS6, bro.
Yeah, exactly. They weren't even that advanced, man. There wasn't even that much processing power, bro. They were spending it on doing math.
They were still in the twos.
And these kids were geniuses. Like every single one of those kids was like the brightest of the bright, but they were just like that's what they did is math. And
the thing that's hit me the most has been like, oh, you're not smart. You just have a degree. Like you just got a master's in this. You're not smart. You just stayed in school long enough to get your degree.
Fucking questions.
You're good at doing schoolwork. I'm not good at doing schoolwork, but I can fucking do any job you give me. I'll figure it out.
There's very few people who do jobs that are like truly require an education beyond like being a person.
Yeah.
And I say that respectfully. Sorry, anybody out there who may like feel offended by that. But it's like
fuck you.
But it's like the reality is with Google the way it is nowadays, being able to research things, if you can quickly like gather information, you can do pretty much anything.
Yeah.
There's only a handful of really specific skills where it's like you need to know the entire background of a like course or topic in order to execute on this, and those people are often taught by like the government. Like they're not like normal people. They're not like people like you and me that are just like doing stuff. They're not the executives.
That's Jason Bourne. That's Jason Bourne.
Yeah, they're not working at like the mega corporation as like a cog in the machine. These are like the elite level people that like rise to the top and then suddenly, you know.
That's what I understand people
that's
too.
That's the 100 percentile. The 100 percentile.
You can learn anything off of anything. It's pretty easy to learn anything.
Like I was talking about my son, I want him to do like good in school, and like the reason he's in the school he's in is because I want him to have the best education possible and the best chance at like all these different experiences, and whether it's academically or athletically or whatever it is, you know, extracurricular. I want him to have all the opportunities he can have. But the thing is, like, at the end of the day, like me and my wife, neither of us have degrees, and we both make like decent money, you know. And the thing is, like, it's problem solving. You need to teach someone to problem solve. Whatever you're doing in life, it's problem solving. And that's the problem I think so many people find is they become so specialized in something that they just know their thing. And when you just know their thing, your thing, whether it's academics or athletics, you become so tunnel visioned that you can't see anything else that might help you.
That's right.
You know, and you just run into problems all the time. Well, so it's just problem solving is the best thing you can teach a kid, I think.
I was gonna say you even end up with like a skill that's so specialized. My buddy, the guy that actually was my boss and talked me into kind of like going into my next phase, he did like it was like a shorter version of like the Harvard Business School, and he actually got to meet Dirk Nowitzki.
Oh, that's dope.
And Dirk Nowitzki talked about like he was this like German like barely spoke, or German, is he German?
Yeah.
Okay. German, like barely spoke English, and like his only skill was basketball. And he needed to learn how to market himself beyond basketball to become like a business person. Otherwise, he would just be a basketball player forever. But like as a superstar, you're immediately thrown into like, you should be a spokesperson. You should be a business person. You should be like investing and doing venture capitalism and whatever. And so he talked about like, yeah, you are taught these skills. You are specialized into these skills. And it's like, he talked about feeling so inadequate when people were starting to approach him with business ideas, because he's like, I'm literally a basketball player and that's what I do. Like, I don't know anything else other than dribbling a ball and shooting it into the basket. And so it's really cool to hear that like secondhand about like how he had to go through this full adjustment of like, I need to become a business person.
It's like Nikola Jokic, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's always just been like, I just want to play basketball.
That's right.
And then now he's fucking despicable me.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I know. Dude,
that was a good commercial.
It's interesting seeing international people develop their English.
Totally right.
And they just their English becomes good, and then they become.
Yeah, Dirk, I'm sure is just like a fascinating case study in general, just all around. But because he's one of the first like Euro stars that really got big. So.
And
because it was him and then Yao Ming.
Dirk was drafted later though. Yao was first overall. Dirk drafted later in the draft. Yeah, because Dirk wasn't a sure thing. He was a skinny German.
That's right.
In the Euro League. He came in. He was like Kobe. He didn't really play his first year, and then second year, put on a little muscle. They start developing him, and then once he gets like third, fourth, fifth year, he's fucking Dirk.
He's Dirk.
But his thing's interesting too, because my favorite story about Dirk. I'm a Spurs fan.
Are you?
So
okay.
I don't really like the
Mavs are not.
I don't really like them. That rivalry.
You hate Cuban.
But yeah,
not Cubans. Cuban.
How'd you know I was Mexican? Just kidding. That was a joke. I like you conservatives. I'm just joking.
Cubans hate Mexicans too. That's a real thing. Cubans hate them.
Dude, I saw a thing.
Because they're not like us. They're not like us.
I saw a thing I saw a thing. It's like Raza, you know. Raza is like. Who is it though? Is it just Mexicans?
Raza.
No,
yeah.
Raza. Is that just Mexicans or is that includes Puerto Ricans and Cubans? And there's a lot of people like, yo, that doesn't include Puerto Ricans and Cubans. No. Just Mexicans.
Yeah.
Just like Chicanos, Mexicans. And it's like, I don't know. You know, I don't know. I've never thought it to include Puerto Ricans or Cubans, but I'm not against it. I just don't think they consider themselves that. You know?
No, they consider themselves higher than us, so that's the reason why.
It's only the lighter skinned ones.
You think they would perform in the Olympics really good? You know what I mean?
Sosa, remember Sammy Sosa?
Sammy Sosa.
Dude,
he's light skinned. Have you seen Sammy Sosa? I've talked about this before.
Chris, we have a clip. That's one of our best clips on TikTok.
Yes, because of Sammy Sosa.
Sammy Sosa's.
He looks
50 Shades White.
He looks bad.
He's not 50 Shades dark. He's 50 Shades white, dude.
Oh, he looks bad.
That's weird though.
He looks almost translucent.
But colorism is a thing in like everything, you know. It's just the way. It's the way
Mexicans from Chihuahua, they think that light-skinned people are better. I'm like, dude, I love my color. Like, I would never want to be not dark. Even my son's dark as hell too. I
have a baby coming. Who knows? She's Mexican. Who knows what color she's gonna be? You know?
Yeah.
She could be black.
I hope not. That says something about my wife. But
and
she could be darker than me or lighter than
my
son. You know? It's not. Mexican people have a different thing, I think, because you can't.
Calvin, what if she does come out black? Then are we gonna be on Marie or what?
Maury?
Do you guys want to shed Marie? The results are in.
Oh yeah, get the paternity test.
No, you said not. You're just gonna raise her.
What? No, me and Carter. You guys will never see us again. What are you talking about? Me and Carter being just for the followers. We'll be in me and Carter be in San Diego. Come find us by the beach.
You know, the one beach in San Diego.
San Diego.
Just cruise.
San Diego.
Fishing by the beach.
It means the whale's vagina.
You telling me a sugar mama's not gonna pick up me and Carter? Huh? Come on now.
I don't know, Calvin.
We'll get picked up like that.
Bro, it's San Diego. It's not gonna be a sugar mama. It's gonna be a sugar daddy.
Yeah.
Oh, we were out there recently, Mikey. A lot of people on vacay.
But it's summertime.
Just kidding. I hope Kelly's
Hopefully it's not Diddy. Hopefully it's not Diddy.
How do we always do this? Hour 2, always get in trouble. Diddy? Oh, man. I have so many Diddy jokes that are going to be gone soon.
Ooh, pool table. You do need a pool table.
That'd be, nah, not enough room.
Not enough room.
Pool
Over
table,
here,
there's enough room for a pool table, but...
Well, you can put it there, but like you couldn't really play right.
Yeah.
Chris isn't very good. Just kidding. I'm just kidding.
We should get a miniature one, like those little ones at the flea market.
And put it on the table.
Just put it here.
Oh shit. But the Pacific Northwest, we didn't finish.
It was really cool. I got so lucky in Portland. The 3 shows I did, anytime I talked to a Portland comic, they were like, how'd you get those shows? Those are awesome shows. And literally I just like messaged the people with a video. I think having a Comedy Works video is really beneficial.
Oh yeah, Comedy Works is like top tier.
Having that behind
that background.
Yeah, that's
like
all that matters. Yeah.
People have shot specials there. People have like done big projects there, and so just having any video where that's the background, I think immediately gives you more credit, and I think that helped a lot.
I see comics.
Hopefully, 2 Guys One Shed background would be pretty good here pretty soon.
Pretty soon this will be the famous background.
I put a clip up, a Comedy Works clip, and I tagged 2 Guys One Shed.
Hell yeah.
So we're linked in.
Look at
but
you.
I think I see like other comics like on TikTok or Instagram or something, Facebook, and they have the Comedy Works background. I'm like, oh, I know where they are.
Yeah.
Like they're in Denver.
Totally
like
right.
It's easy.
Totally right. You know exactly where they are, and so I had these awesome shows. I was shocked. One of the shows in Portland I did, it was like this basement place, pretty well sold out, and there were 6 comics. The next closest comics on Instagram had 10 times the number of followers I did.
Oh, damn.
So like I just like being out of town and like having the Comedy Works and like having a guitar, I think helps a little bit, being a little bit of a different act. And
he had himself a guitar case.
That's right. Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
I've never seen you perform All Star Jesus and it not go well. I don't know if it's ever gone. I'm sure there's been times.
It's never gone poorly. I did it at open mic where like no one was paying attention. That felt awful.
You just out there singing a song.
Yeah, I feel like I cut it short.
Those are good though, because when you do have a good crowd, you're like, oh, I don't suck.
That's right. You know? And actually, like going out, and that was one cool thing about traveling. And my sister pointed this out. She's like, everywhere you go, your jokes will be new, and no one will have heard them before. And so that was really like one fun thing about going on the road is like you come in the open mic scene and you see the same people do the same jokes kind of over and over, and they're working on them. I say that lovingly. Yep. I'm not saying that like we do the same shit. Yeah, exactly. I'm saying that like as someone who does that. And so we do that to make sure that when we get in front of good crowds, we know which jokes work.
Can you do me a favor? Next time you go to New Mexico, say Colorado green chili is way better than fucking New Mexico.
Oh, that's how you get lynched in a random state. No, I'm not going to do that. I know.
It's way better.
I know.
I'm telling you, it's way better.
There's certain topics you don't touch, and in New Mexico, green chili is one of them. So I am well aware of that. I had a buddy who went to UNM. He's a Lobo, and so no, I'm not. I've been there. They're great Mexican. Just everywhere. Mexican food, so good.
Too sweet.
Yeah, too sweet for me too.
Too sweet?
Yeah.
Too mole-ish? Too like...
Yeah, it's just like, not enough, you know.
Okay.
It's not.
But Colorado does have bomb green chili. I'm not even going to get into
Colorado
that debate.
green chili is
man, I'm too white to get into that
I
debate.
stand on business right now.
I'm way too white.
Colorado green chili, top tier. I'll stand on business right now.
I'll be a homer. Go Colorado.
Stand on business.
Put that spice.
It's because they put too much cumin. It's like, I don't know what they do. Like, cumin's like, it's so fucking...
Is that the sweetness?
Cumino?
Yeah, cumin. It's just...
I don't know. My grandma's heavy in the cumino. I don't know.
No, but it's not too much. It's got, too much. Sometimes it's like, God damn, this is gross.
We were fine until Chris said gross.
I'm sorry, guys. Come at me.
I'm going to clip right before you say gross.
No, just say gross. Just clip just the gross.
Just gross.
Just gross.
I've been wanting to clip a 3-second clip, and it's just me saying how bad I want the shrooms last week.
They're calling me. It was like 3 minutes.
It's a 3-second clip, but I don't know.
You ever traveled for comedy?
Uh-uh.
No?
Mm.
That's like, that was the coolest thing, is just like, again, feeling like everything's brand new, and all the acts that you even see, like...
I think Calvin, too, what me and Calvin need to start doing is reaching out to, like, people, like, just reach out, like, just, no, I know, just reach out to, like, to big names, like, hey, do you want to get on my podcast? Like, dude, it doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt.
When people come through Denver, I want to...
Calvin's over here just like, he's always just like...
No, you know what? I think it's one of those things where reaching out to people is like, so I did this thing called, like, the Landmark Forum. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of that, but it's like a self-help weekend. And it's like really good for people who like haven't spoken to their mom in a long time. And it's good for everybody, but they just kind of teach you like communication is like really all you need. And if you're not talking to people, it's not going to do anything. And so I have these like random stories I like to talk about. Me going to Portland's one of them, because it was literally like just messaging people and like got a few hits, and the people that hooked me up were awesome. But my buddy he's a guitar player, was on the Broccoli video, and he was like sitting there listening to Avril Lavigne's Complicated and the opening guitar riff in it, and he's like, I wonder who performed that. Looked up who it was, emailed the guy and was like, hey, I liked that guitar riff, it inspired me as a guitar player. The dude wrote him back and was like, thank you, that's so cool. Well, his name was like Corky something, and like that was a moment in time for me where I was like, oh, like we're a network as people, and like reaching out to people, like
right now it's the easiest time to reach somebody.
Totally right. Like there's almost no excuse to at least not try. And
if you feel something so passionate about something, then like, hey,
why not?
You know what?
I
appreciate this.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And like, be realistic. You love Billie Eilish. You're not going to probably get in touch with Billie Eilish. But I did meet someone that was like, my daughter is a Billie Eilish super fan, created a Billie Eilish fan page, and now Billie Eilish's main account shares her fan page stuff.
Oh, dang.
And so it's like you're starting to build connections just by like being in it and being involved. And so it is kind of interesting to think like maybe you throw out 100 invites to the podcast for people that like you'd want to have on, and maybe one says yes, but maybe that one is like some guy.
You hear that, Theo Vaughn? I'm coming for your bitch ass.
Maybe that one is
coming for your bitch ass,
or like somebody that's just
be over here at my house.
I'm gonna be in Denver and I'm gonna do that. And again, I think it's like being realistic about that stuff, not going in with some naivety or like false pretense of like, oh, I'm for sure gonna get this, but like I think people are often surprised with like how much that works if you just do it.
And that's what me and Calvin got to do too.
Chris has to do that.
Why do I have to do that?
That's your job. I got Joe.
He brought me in, so I gave the advice. And now
God, when we did interviews, that was the most nerve-wracking thing I fucking ever did in my entire life.
I loved it so much.
Oh, I hated it. Just getting denied.
We did interviews at the Nuggets Timberwolves game, like just street interviews.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start doing something like that, kind of.
You should.
It's a little different,
dude.
But just comics.
Think about it. You could get the next Talk to a Girl on camera.
No, I just want.
I'm not trying to get no Hawk Tua. I'm trying to get the next.
But we did that.
Tua, you know what I mean?
We did just street interviews before the Nuggets Timberwolves game.
Okay.
I think it was game 1, and we just talking to people. We said we had the mic set up. We didn't have Mikey, so we were a little like
lost. We were just trying to just like.
We're trying to do the best we could, but we got some interviews. We have some good videos on YouTube and TikTok.
That's cool.
Yeah,
it was cool.
But it was different for me because I'm used to going to rough mic nights and like getting shut down, you know. But Chris is like completely fucking, and I've done sales.
It's
sales
embarrassing
is
if you haven't done it.
Dude, I'm fucking that's.
Dude, it's hard.
I'm like Calvin. I can't do this anymore.
It's hard.
So keep going, Chris. I'm like, fuck. All right.
That's how I felt like knocking on doors as a politician. Is like the first time you do it, you're like, I'm just fucking bugging people.
I
did door-to-door sales for Comcast.
And then by the 1,000th door that I knocked on, I was like, hey, I'm Joe, politician. Great to meet you. Oh, fuck me? Okay, I'll see you later.
At least you're not selling anything.
That's right. Exactly right.
Fucking Comcast door-to-door, dude. People are just...
No. Get out of here.
Yeah. But get off my lawn. When you do get someone that's like super happy to meet you, and it's all worth it.
It is. I had a few great discussions with like people in the community that were like, this is what I care about. And I was like, that's great. This is interesting to meet people like that. But yeah, you get a lot of... go aways.
A lot of people didn't even like.
I think a lot of me and Calvin too. Like we haven't really like. We're doing pretty good, but we haven't like really like pushed. We haven't like pushed really hard.
That's kind of what I'm doing with like the tours and stuff. And again, I was lucky enough.
But that's kind of the thing, like too, like you said, well, like with the broccoli video, you guys really didn't push afterwards, like.
It was hard to like, because again, we weren't in a position. Had we
become the Wiggles.
Like
that's really like.
There you go.
What are you going through?
That's right. No, but it's like had that happened, had it gotten traction when we were trying to do the Kickstarter, and we were able to complete the the Veggie Beats like project and do the album, like that may be what we're doing is like being the Wiggles and touring around, dancing around in veggie suits and stuff like that. Like that totally could have been us. And
is that what you would have wanted, or what?
That was what we. Yeah, that's what we were going for.
No, that's what you.
Hell yeah.
That's what you wanted.
You know what?
It's like something that is like stable, or like something that's like just like impacting.
Stable. I'm not going to pretend to be like altruistic and be like, oh, I wanted to, like, it was great to have a mission behind what we were doing.
Yeah.
That helps a lot. It makes you motivated. It makes you excited.
Which is really
but,
good
like,
mission.
The
like,
reality is we
mission.
wanted to like make music as a living. And like had we gotten traction and had we been able to do it and someone was like, hey, do you want to like create a kids program and write a bunch of kids songs? I would have been like, just sign the check and I'll be there.
Yeah.
You know, like I have we had no objection with selling out in the music sense, but we just wanted to like be creatives.
Yeah.
Like, we just wanted to make music and like do it in any way possible. We were music producers. We weren't artists in the sense of like we were trying to create a specific sound or do like this is our message.
You guys knew what it took to make it.
That's right. And we were like, we have an opportunity with the Broccoli song.
Yeah.
We already have like our foot in the door. Could we expand on this? And so it was a little bit of a calculated effort as opposed to like, I believe that we're going to help kids eat better. But that was the mission. And I think you can pair, if I learned anything from my buddy that's like my boss, and he's super business guy, very successful, and like just learning to pair things you care about with business sense can take you a long way. Like the company that I worked for with him is a company that makes tablets for kids with special needs.
Oh, really?
And so it's like an affordable tablet for kids with special needs. We're working to make the best product, and at the same time, we're like, how do we get this into every kid's hand? Because the same thing that a 8-year-old with neurodiversity is learning, a 3-year-old that's neurotypical.
I can tell all you guys right now, those Amazon fucking tablets are trash. They're fucking glitchy as fuck. They're terrible. God, dude, don't fucking waste your money on those fucking Amazon tablets. I was
gonna say, I'd love to tell you that we weren't one of those tablets. We weren't. Wink. But it's like that was like a mission-based business, but at the end of the day they're trying to become a valuable business. They weren't a non-profit. They were
trying to make money.
Exactly right.
It's like every company is.
And so that was really cool to see that from that perspective, and knowing that that's what we were trying to do, where it was like, we'd love to make songs that make kids eat their vegetables, but if we can do it and make a shit ton of money, that's even better.
Exactly.
So, and the Broccoli song has lived on in, again, 2 years later, whatever it was, really got that traction. And so had we been prepared for it, I think it's like, we could have capitalized on it, struck while the iron was hot, but we were so ill prepared and like just didn't have anything, like no one was in a position to even drop everything and do that like we were 2 years ago.
Everyone had a job and take care of somebody else. Right. And
that was, we've had these like random, like, what would you call them?
Moments?
Like, what are the paddles that keep people alive? The defibrillators. We've had these moments as a
jolts.
Band. Yeah, these jolts. These moments as a band where we've been like dying, where it's like, okay, we're not playing many shows, and then something happens. And it was like the Broccoli video getting traction was one of those. Playing Red Rocks was one of those. And so it's like these moments of like,
we could do this, guys. We could do this,
That's
guys.
right, exactly right.
We could do this.
Kind of come back to it. I'm sure you guys have had that with the podcast where it's like, man,
maybe
we don't do this anymore.
Sometimes, no, we haven't had that part, but it's like, sometimes it's like, what are we doing this for? And then you get the jolts, and then everyone knows. Like,
then you feel motivated.
Or someone sees you and they're like,
or someone says, or someone says that like on a comment, like, you guys are funny, like.
Or someone says the email, they're like, yo, can you? We love your videos. Can you react to this?
That's so cool. That's cool. That's so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so
those are little jolts that make it keep going.
Some random fucking band in Switzerland's like, hey, can you react to our video?
That's
hell
like, yeah, we will.
Dope. Sure, we will.
Yeah, why not?
And it was fucking sweet ass video.
That's awesome. That's a great idea.
Real question, though.
We should have done
that. Did you play Broccoli at Red?
We did. We played Broccoli.
Oh, yeah!
Oh, yeah.
Yeah!
I say we're just posting. I think tomorrow we post our first live from Red Rocks clip. It took us a while to cut it down. But
when did you go to? When was Red Rocks?
Last July.
Nice.
So July 2023, and
should there be a sweet video?
It's cool. It's one of those ones where we didn't play as well as we'd hoped. It's okay because the energy's good and we brought it, but like listening to it on video is not as satisfying as we'd hoped. So we had to like pick and choose some of the songs.
I know how that goes. I watch my own podcast.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah, exactly right.
Sound like an asshole over here.
I think.
I mean, that's just you all the time, Chris.
I think you watch those videos of like, Incubus live at Red Rocks or whatever, and then you forget that like those people were touring for like a year beforehand and like perfecting
Incubus?
everything.
That's a great band.
Dude, the Incubus live at Red Rocks is one of the best live at Red Rocks if you ask me. So worth checking out.
So what's your biggest lesson that you learned just playing at Red Rocks?
Oh, playing at Red Rocks?
How hard was your dick, first off? It
was amazing.
It had been fucking
Funny enough,
stiffy, dude.
There's another.
My dick would be. Oh god, that'd be my dream. I'm not even a fucking singer or nothing. Like that'd be my dream. Like
there's another guitar player I know who does get erections on stage. I do not, but I do know a guy.
Did you notice, or did he tell you?
No, he told me.
I think he's sponsored by Blue Chew.
He does the Jenny thing and covers it up.
He's definitely sponsored by Blue Chew.
Yeah, exactly right. The Blue Chew sponsorship.
Oh, you put that sticker on your guitar, bro, with Blue Chew, and just take it right before.
No, under.
Yeah.
Under.
Brought to you by Blue Chew.
Sorry.
What did I learn from Red Rocks? I feel like it's like there's always more to. It's like appreciate the opportunities you get, and then in those opportunities, it's okay to look for them more. Like, we were lucky enough to play Red Rocks, but we played before Film on the Rocks, where they show a movie.
Oh, yeah.
And so not everybody's there to see music.
Yeah.
And so, great crowd, they cheered at the end of our songs and everything, but like, even if the place was half full, being an opener for a music act, where everyone is coming to dance and get crazy and everyone's focused on you, even if you're the opener, would be different than like the soft hum you hear of people kind of talking in the background and stuff like that. And again, that takes nothing away because we played to a sold out crowd by the end of our set. There was 9,000 people in there. It was wild. And we were the only musical act that night, which is like, if you frame it correctly, we were the only musical act at a sold out Red Rock show. It sounds pretty good. We don't need to tell anybody that they were there to see Tom Cruise in Top Gun Maverick, but like that was really awesome. And then at the same time, it was like
Tom Cruise, Top Gun Maverick.
That was the movie that was playing.
Oh my god, bro! You guys are fucking.
Well, we stayed, but we were down in like the lower.
That's like top tier, bro. That's literally like top tier. Like,
it was cool. It was amazing. And again, we got to play Danger Zone as our last song.
Oh,
it was like we rocked out, and the crowd was super into it, and it was tons of fun. And then at the same time, I was like, I wish I could play here as a music act. And I bet you if I did that, I would sit there going, I wish I could play there as a headline act.
Yeah.
And so it didn't. One thing I realized is like it's okay to be greedy, but it's recognizing that like you're not always going to get there. And so taking risks, pushing for opportunities, doing things like that, like you kind of have to do that. You kind of have to be selfish to get there. And then once you get there, don't resign yourself to this is what I've done. I've already done it. Like, try and do it again. I don't know that we'll ever play Red Rocks again, but I would kill to play there as an opener for a band that's coming through that's going to sell out Red Rocks. Right. And so, like, some of those things are like, you'll never forget them, and, like, you feel a little selfish to be like, man, I wish I want more, and at the same time, like, you won't get more if you don't wish you want more, or if you don't wish for more. I felt really philosophical in there, but it's simple.
It's true.
It's
true. Like even like when me and Calvin were first starting, like we get like 20 views,
that's right.
16 views, and then started growing, and we started like, oh, we only got 100 views on this video, but before we'd be like, oh, we got 100 views on this video.
Right. The people who got to certain spots never, other than maybe rare exceptions, got there by accident. Like, you choose to be an act at Red Rock. Like, you have to push. You don't just, like, no one comes up to you. No one's going to come up to you guys and be like, hey, you want to be on Joe Rogan's, like, podcast thing? Like, you guys have to go out and push and meet people and get people like Theo Vaughn on the podcast and do shit like that. And, like, it's hard. It's, like, not easy to do that stuff. And it takes time. And, like, every time you have a success, you kind of, like, it's okay to be selfish and go, I want to do this again and I want to do it bigger.
Yeah.
Like, it's fun. That's one thing I learned is, like, it felt like that would be the pinnacle, and I got done with it, and I was like, I can do better. Yeah.
That makes sense.
Without being ungrateful at all.
Right.
Like, super grateful for the opportunity, so thankful to have done that, and if I never do it again, it's a lifetime experience that I'll never forget, and I want to do it again, and I want to do it better. So.
think it's kind of similar to comedy, where like you see someone and you're like, they might not be your favorite comic.
Thing.
All good, man.
Fighting it all
It's
night.
all good.
Like you see someone, they might not be your favorite comic, but you see like, oh, they put in this work. Like they always
They're
show
so
up
good
here
at what
and
they do.
Yeah,
They
and
work
then when you
hard
do
and-
see them do a set and they perform it so well, and they're like, you know, when you do see just the work they put in, and then it's the networking they do, and then everything kind of combined, you're like, oh, okay, it makes sense why they get a show, or, you know, I think it's interesting. How about in the Pacific Northwest? What'd you learn out there?
Dude, just reach out to people. Like,
Yeah,
that's the biggest thing I learned is like you're not. I didn't have nearly as much luck in my South Loop. I got one show in Omaha that I'm really excited about, and then I didn't get any others booked. But like, I have like 300 followers on Instagram, probably less when I was reaching out to these people. I sent them a video and was like, hey, I'm coming through, and just was like a little bit persistent, not annoyingly, but sending follow-ups for anyone that said, hey, we might be interested, or anyone that even saw my message. Because a lot of times it would be like invite sent, and then I wouldn't be able to send another message. But if they had even seen it, I'd send another one. And through that, like there's a couple times where people were like, sorry, I meant to respond. I'm glad you followed up. And just like hearing that of like, sometimes these people are just looking for stuff. Like you'd be surprised if it's like, all right, this is a halfway decent person. I have one spot to fill. Like
I think it is too, like in the world we live in now, like if even with comedy places, they have to kind of take anybody because the exposure could just blow up and then you're the next.
I was gonna say
that place could be known as a place to like
You never know when that connection's going to be made, and even from like an out of town perspective, getting new blood in those places is like so important to them. Like us, they've probably seen the same people over and over and over. We see the same people over and over.
It's a thing too where like even at open mics where you hear someone like, oh, this person's from. We got an out-of-towner. Everyone's like, oh, everyone kind of perks up. Like, oh, we got an out-of-towner.
Oh, I do pay attention to out-of-towners, absolutely. And I feel like all comics kind of do in a way that, like, you normally wouldn't. You know, when I see...
It's for comics, I think it's kind of like a size-up thing. Like, oh, you're from out of town. Like, where's this kind of coming? But the crowd, too, the crowd's, like, kind of pays a little bit more attention. Oh, this guy's from Florida. This guy's from Texas. This guy's from...
It feels a little bit more credible, like, when you're like, oh, we got a guy from... You know, like, when I was in Portland, everyone was like, oh, up next is a guy from Denver. And it was like... credibility to them to be like, we book comics from all over the world. Not knowing I sent a message that was like, hey, please book me, please. Like, you know, like, I just want to be on a show. And
but it does give them credibility, like, hey, they're bringing in new talent from across the country.
That's right. Like, the one show that I did that I really liked, where everyone had way more followers than I did, it was like Denver, LA, another comic from somewhere else, and it was Seattle, I think. And so it was like kind of like this show that probably is normally mostly a local show that felt like a book show. I'm going to see a bunch of people from out of town. And so I'm sure as an audience that's really fun to be like, oh man, these aren't the same people that I would see normally.
And people kind of get those bragging rights a little bit, like, oh, I saw this comic from Denver.
That's right.
And he did this song, or he did this. It's so funny. Oh, and that might help you too, you know.
It
spread
does.
The word.
Man, I was surprised at like. You got to be good at like pushing your socials and shit like that. That's another thing I learned. Every time I mentioned my socials, I got like 3 to 7 followers every time.
Dude,
it was like little bit,
push TikTok.
Little bit.
TikTok is good, dude.
Oh man, I've been.
If you get hit it good, dude. And you get that right algorithm, then just fucking ride that motherfucker as hard as you can. What's Gary V's new book? Gary V's new book. Mike, you know over there?
Gary V's new book?
Gary V's new book. Punching. Jab, 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 left hook. I don't know. No, it's not that. I don't know. But I've been on I've been not reading. I've been listening to this fucker while I work. But it's just hard on like the socials, like what's going on right now, what you need to be pushing. Gary V's all about that stuff. So I'm like, I hear it and I'm like, okay, we're doing that stuff. We do that stuff.
Yeah.
But it's just more, you know? Do more.
Shove it into them.
And it's also like the good clips we have with like 10,000 views on YouTube or TikTok with more than that. Like, I just put them out again. I just gotta recycle them.
That's right. Stories them and stuff like that.
Yeah, because then those are the things people like. They hit, and then you realize what you like. So
that's so interesting.
It just came out like May something.
V-E-E.
Yeah. If you have Spotify Premium.
Oh, I do.
It's free.
Okay, I'm gonna check it out.
So you can listen to it. It's really good shit. Yeah. He's like the social media master, basically.
That's sweet.
He goes over everything, even putting like ads on Tubi and stuff.
Okay.
So it's like wide variety of social media
That's
marketing.
where I'm at, man. Working on the online presence. I have no idea. Like, it does seem like it's such a crapshoot. And there's a couple of Denver comics that have gotten like really big through social media. Morgan Gallo.
Yeah.
Like, seeing her. I don't know why she.
Shout out if you want to be a guest, Morgan.
She's, why are you a B set at Comedy Works, Morgan? I don't get that. You should be a pro. She's like traveling around the world and then doing like 4 minutes at Comedy Works on New Talent Night.
She has like 500,000 subscribers.
Exactly right. So she's impressive.
She's funny too.
Oh, I like her.
super
She's
funny.
hysterical. But it's just so funny the like politics of Denver comedy that like exists despite like international success.
I know you see people that like in the game and you're like, they're a CSAT? Like what? How are they a CSAT?
But
how long have you been blinking red?
I just put it on right now.
Oh, I was like,
It's like a racehorse.
I was like, oh no.
Now
There we go.
That's just the last time you went out.
That was.
He was talking shit about you when you left.
Oh yeah, I know. Hope you guys did.
What time we at, Mikey?
2 hours, 16 minutes.
Oh, nice. It feels like we've been here for like 4 hours.
Yeah, I know.
Top.
This guy's life story is crazy, dude. Just, like, we're not even.
We could have a 3-part series with Joe.
Yeah, Joe's fucking.
Keep it
I know
going.
he's hiding something else
No,
too.
this is good.
He's hiding.
Well, it's funny. You talked about like, you know, obviously like had a good life and whatever. They talk about trauma equals like you have to have trauma to have comedy, and I feel like I wasn't ready for comedy till I went through my divorce. I was like, I'm too good. I'm too like nice.
Life's too good.
Like,
and then boom, divorce hits you.
Like, you know, really good friends with my ex-wife, no real problems, but I was like, life's changed a lot. I should talk about this. I should go let some people know. And so it's a lot of fun. But yeah, it's like, you know, Tony Hinchcliffe from Kill Tony talks about like you're not funny if you've had like if your parents are still married, and like it's like impossible to be funny if you haven't gone through some sort of trauma. So
I'm pretty funny, but I don't know what trauma I went through, but I think I've went through some. But like I think it's like buried down deep, and
That's
I
right,
don't
it's
fucking
in
even know
trauma.
what it's at. Yeah,
Those are the funniest people when they don't.
Oh
know what's
yeah,
wrong.
I don't even know what's wrong with. I don't even know what's wrong with
Denver
me.
comedy scene right
That's
there.
a lot of people.
Trying to figure out their
Their trauma.
Trying to figure out their trauma on stage.
Their trauma.
Very true. Yeah. It is, man, that's so funny to think about that, like, some of the funniest comedians are, like, people who have been, like, you know, like...
Broken?
Iraqi refugees and, like, you know, clearly, like, women who, like, need sexual attention. Like, it's very...
Or have been sexually harassed.
Or have been sexually... Oh, yeah, man, they are...
Yeah. They talk about those on stage. That's, like, all the guys are like, oh, my God. You can see the guys, like, the nails just...
But if they're funny, they're bugging good.
Yeah,
but if they're not, it's
At
sad.
first, though, as soon as they say something, the guys are like, "Oh my God!" It's funny, you know.
Katie McDonald's pretty funny.
Katie's good.
You guys don't like talking about R-wording people, but you do a lot of R-wording people.
Oh my God.
She's so funny. She's good. Oh. I didn't give that joke. I'm sure I didn't give that joke full justice. So if we clip this and I post it,
yeah, I'm gonna take Katie's.
Apologies, Katie. Yeah.
I'll take Katie's.
So Katie, come on the podcast. These guys are cool.
Calvin was always weird about I was always like, Calvin, let me know when you're going up, and he would always be like, nah, because I'm pretty loud. You know what I mean? Like you pretty much know.
Get him to come.
I know how to make Chris laugh.
Come to like a showcase or come to your New Talent Night.
Oh, he came to New Talent Night.
Yeah, New Talent Night's awesome.
Oh yeah,
he had fun.
I was loud.
It was a good time too, huh?
Yeah, it was funny.
So many. Everyone's good there.
Did I say people bring it there? That's
that was good. Mm-hmm. There was only one that one old lady. She
had a rough night. It was her first. It was a newbie set.
Was it a newbie set?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. She I think she's a theater person.
But she was like funny though, like funny in a way, but like not funny the right way.
You're laughing at her, not with her.
No, just kind of like, oh, that's funny. Good job, but
chuckle.
Yeah, chuckle. Like
I hear so much shit that I'm so picky that if I hear someone even do like their sets in the right like organization, I was like, good job. You know, it's like
that's right.
I always tell people good job. And they're like, oh, that fucking sucked. And I'm like,
people are like,
and
that,
I'm like
man.
People are like, oh, I sucked. And I'm like, the crowd. I'm like, you were in a fight.
Yeah.
Like you were in a fight with the crowd. You weren't just doing your stuff. You're fighting with the crowd and trying to do your best. Like it's different.
Some people get so caught up in that, and like, you can tell the people that have been doing it for a while, they don't get caught up in that. But yeah, some people are like pretty seasoned, and they'll get off, and it's like, you know, 3 people in the audience, and it's a dead audience. They're like, oh, that was awful. And I'm like, of course it was. Why are you even slightly thinking about this?
We've all heard your set before.
It does show.
You didn't say anything new, so we've all heard this shit.
It does show the mentality of some of the comics of like the sensitivity and like it's really it's such a mix of people. And
I've noticed when I get hecklers, I get angry, to where I'm like, I put them. I get frustrated because they're talking, right? Obviously.
Yeah.
So I put my frustration on them, and I don't like being mean. So like me like putting my frustration on them, I don't like doing that.
But Calvin's funny mean though.
I don't like being it though.
He is funny.
You're
like if he starts talking shit, Calvin's fucking funny. He is funny.
You and I sound similar. People always give me shit. They're like, you are good at calling out people for talking, and then you apologize at the end of your set. This is for calling out people for talking. Because I did that in the Littleton show. These people were like sitting there talking, young couple in love or whatever, they're sitting there chatting, and like I got to a pause point in my song, and I was like, do you guys want to sing this part? And like suddenly like the person was like, hey, stop it. And like the guy tried to talk to me, and you could tell he was trying to engage, and he was like, I'm talking about engineering, you'd like it. I was like, I'm talking about All-Star, Jesus. And I just jumped right back into his song and shut him down. But then I apologized at the end of it. I shouldn't have. And I was like, I've had a couple of moments where I feel like really comfortable calling people out.
Yeah.
And then once I do it, I think I like turtle up. I like go, hey, oh, why did I do? Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Oh God, like I hope they don't beat me up after the show.
Hey, a piece of shit! Shut the fuck up! I'm singing a song over here.
Everyone's normally pretty good about it though, right? Like, when I finish, I always just say like what's up? Just say what's up to them real quick. Just shake their hand real quick. Be like, yo, good shit. Thanks for playing along.
Some comics are so good in a mean way at it that it's like, some comics you can tell they just don't care. They like do not care what people think about them at all, and they'll just like be mean to people because they have the opportunity and a microphone. And like that's why some of those open mics, they're fun, and if there's someone that's talking in there or a heckler, it can get like uncomfortable because comics are not nice people inherently. A lot of comics are like very just like, I'm up here to like, you're gonna listen to me, and then they'll be so mean. And it's impressive mean. It's fun. Oftentimes, Dylan Cantor, Howie's Ralston House.
Didn't that one get
dude. Yeah, so we had...
Were you there?
No, I was not.
Fuck.
Were you?
I was there that night. No,
so apparently... So there's an open mic that was on Saturdays. It was one of the only ones, aside from Thug. And there was a wake being held there for a regular that had...
I know it was a regular.
It was like a regular at Howie's Ralston House. And so there was people there, and Dylan told people, don't fucking make fun of the dead lady, and everyone made fun of the dead lady. And it was insensitive and horrible and mean, and it got the mic shut down. But
it was a good mic too sometimes.
But comics are not the people to like... Don't give them an inch, because they will take a mile.
You can't tell comics you can't say something, because then it's in their head. They're like, I can't say this, and then they have a chance.
And that's the same thing with like a heckler. If you get shut down once, shut the fuck up. If you keep talking, it becomes open season, and every comic wants to hear another comic destroy you.
You were talking about Katie earlier on a few nights ago on Wide Right. She was getting like hecklers. Like they just wouldn't let her get through something. They just kept talking. And just saying shit as she was like just trying to be nice, engage with the crowd.
Yeah.
And they were just roasting, like just not roasting her, but they're just like wouldn't shut up.
Yeah.
So I was just like, when I get up there, I can't wait. Like this girl has a mullet. Like the fuck?
Oh, is that the girl that did for Comedy Works for you?
No. Oh no.
This was like a crowd.
She wasn't there that night. But there was these girls in the crowd. One had a mullet, and the other one had some other like funky hair. And Katie was being really nice to them. And I was like, this bitch has a mullet. I was
go into him, Katie.
Somebody texted me. I was like, if I go up, I'm talking about this bitch's mullet. I don't know what I'm saying yet. But I'm talking about her mullet if I go up there. And they got up before I left. I was like, I can't wait.
Yeah. No.
But it's just when I see people that are rude to like, not even just my friends, but other comics, I'm like, let's go.
Calvin's a good roaster.
Yeah.
I'm not like being mean to people.
Yeah.
But if someone's mean to my friends, I'm like,
you're mine. No, do a joke for
me. And Chris were playing volleyball. Chris knows what I'm talking about. Me and Chris were playing volleyball at where were you? Where was it? View House. We're playing volleyball at View House.
We were playing the girls' DU team. And we whipped their ass.
Going to work, boy.
Putting in work. We whipped their ass, dude. Hammer drunk. A couple of 25-year-old guys, you know what I mean? Just fucking putting in work.
And then we get some other people. Some guys like start talking shit to Chris because like I think Chris went like we were faded. I think Chris went like across their side or something happened where Chris.
Because I probably hit the ball and went underneath the net.
So Chris like hit it, went on the other side, and the kid's like talking shit about us and stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh no, here we go. Because especially like competitively,
Yep.
that's like my thing is like, okay, we get into competition, you're talking shit, I will mentally destroy you. I'm not gonna give in. You can say anything you want. I'm not gonna budge. My mentality's not gonna change.
That's right.
But I will.
Damn, man. Man.
That trick. I fucking love that movie, dude. I thought it was from Memphis for a while. I was like the Mexican Drake.
Shut the fuck up. Did you ever have a rap career, Calvin, or what?
My rap career?
Yeah, your rap career?
Bro, come on now. You know I used to rap in what the?
Oh, fuck. Here we go.
I used to rap in what the? At Rick's, his brother had a studio.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I had a song called Booty Me Down. I don't know if
Booty Me Down?
Joe.
This sounds like fucking some fucking,
Booty Me Down. Booty Me Down. Tell me that's not catchy right there.
It sounds pretty catchy. It sounds like a...
That's a hook.
About to be the new.
I had Mondo write a verse for me. He was my ghostwriter.
It sounds like...
I was up doing Booty Me Down. I was like, Mondo, come up with something. Mondo writing.
What was the verse?
Sounds like the scene to Malibute.
Dude.
Oh, bro. It was good.
Dude, that is my fucking Malibu's Most Wanted is one of my all-time favorite.
Really? Oh, that movie's hilarious.
Don't kill.
That is like
B-Rap?
B-Rap G from Malibu. Malibu Tay. It was his
Trick. What was it?
Bro, I tried to
Trick.
tell all my coworkers about that movie.
Chapstick.
None of them
Looking for my
wanted to
chat.
do it.
Oh, no, traffic. Looking for my chapstick. There's a full Maverick.
Feeling kind of car sick. There's a Ford Maverick. Oh my gosh. That is seriously one of my all-time favorite movies. Snoop Dogg
Throw up in the
showing
sink.
up in the Olympics and
Or throw up in the... Throw up. Clean up a comet. Or there's my planet.
Why you hating?
Why you hating?
Why you hating? Dude, you never gave me another beer, bro.
There's no more.
Oh, we're out?
Yeah, we're mass.
Oh, I'm impressed.
Or you get a peach.
No, I'm good.
That was like 3 years in, dude. It's seasoned.
It's like the beer we haven't drank.
Mm,
I'm good with it.
stale beer. Yeah.
What's your favorite place you've performed in Denver? Non-music.
Can't-
Comedy.
Oh, you can't say Comedy Works because I feel like that's cheap.
Yeah,
That
besides
place
Comedy
is-
Works.
That place is so fucking good.
How many sets have you had at Comedy Works?
3.
Nice.
I did. I got 3 in a month. I did my new talent one, and then I got standby for another new talent night and
Oh,
a
sweet.
new faces contest.
That's dope.
So I got like 10 minutes on the Comedy Works stage in less than a month, which that's great for a Denver comic.
Yeah, that's fucking awesome. Try to get it.
But yeah, I mean, comedy. You know, they talk about Comedy Works.
Calvin's over here
Naturally.
filled with green rage for you. Like hell yeah, bro.
No,
Like,
Now he'll get up. You just keep
I'm the
applying.
least, bro.
You
I'm
just
the
keep chipping away, man.
I'm the fist bump king, bro.
Hell yeah.
I'm always hyping people up on their sets. I'm happy.
No, this dude always is like, I think we ended up connecting because we were always up super late together. Because
End of the night, baby.
when you first start off, they put their friends up or like people they know, and then you just got to sit there and wait. And so
Yeah.
Calvin and I were paying our dues, being patient, and now we only have to wait like half the night to get up. So,
But we know all each other's jokes.
that's right, exactly right. We could literally repeat them.
Mm-hmm.
So,
verbatim.
oh yeah, his losing weight via his foreskin.
That was a good one. That was
It's a
a
great
funny
joke.
one. That was
It's
a
a good
funny
joke.
one.
But it is funny the way the Denver, like the way the scene goes, is you do see the same jokes over and over and over, and you'll see them evolve.
Mm-hmm.
You'll see them like mature and like they start pretty good, and like it's very rare that you see one where you go, oh, that's a killer right away. I've seen like maybe 2 or 3 jokes where it's like right from the beginning, you're like, this is gonna be a amazing joke.
Yeah.
Oftentimes it starts as like a punchline and then like they'll evolve it and then it becomes a story or whatever. And then it's fun to see that at like Comedy Works.
Yeah.
Where you're like, oh, I've seen them work on this one. This is what it finally has become.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For like a real audience that's actually paying attention, not just an audience full of comics. So.
My problem is not developing enough tags on a joke, you know?
Yeah,
Like
you
just
know?
being okay with it. Like once it's good, like I'll go up, I'm like, oh, that's good.
Yeah.
And just be like, not tweak it enough.
I think it's
I
like,
move on too fast.
well,
I'm
I feel like tags occur pretty naturally. Like
Right.
it's one of those things where if you could sit there and like try and add tags, but oftentimes it's like someone will come up to me and be like, "Oh, that I thought about this," Or I'll just be sitting there like listening to one of my jokes. I'm like, that's kind of funny if I said this or like something like that. And I'll start working it in. Like I feel like a lot of my jokes that were 30 seconds are now a minute and a half.
Yeah.
But they're still like based on the same premise.
Yeah. I think too, like some of the jokes, the tags I get are from just like going up kind of loose and just letting it kind of like giving myself not being so tied to the 3 to 5 minutes.
Yep.
Being like, give myself 2 to 2.5, and I'm gonna freestyle a little bit, just talk to the crowd, have some fun with it.
I'm not good at that. I'm so like being like coming from the music world. It's like this is your set.
Yep.
This is like the songs you do, and these are the jokes you do.
So this is song like you start like if you just start off with that song.
Yeah. No. I mean, it's like it's funny the way that like. You need to be able to freestyle in a way that you can't in music. Like, it's not like you go up there, unless you're a jam band, it's not like I'm going to go up there and be like, I'm going to do whatever on stage. You can do that as a comedian. You could go up there with a few bullet points. Guys, something crazy to me happened today. I'm going to just kind of riff on it.
Yeah.
Like, you would never do that in music, at least at a show.
So many bullet points, bro.
Not without, like, announcing it, make sure everybody knows, like, we've never done this before, my first time performing it.
Chris and my other friend, Doug, I was talking to Doug today, talk shit to me because I'm, like, too tight on stage. And it's funny
he plays dry. He plays, because I know who Calvin is, and like, that's not you, dude.
I go very
That's
like,
not Calvin on stage.
But I like to tell my jokes in a certain way, you know? And I'm trying to go up there with that presence and tell them in a certain way. And these guys are like, what the fuck you doing up there? Like, that's not you.
It's a persona.
I'm trying to...
You have to develop your comedy persona.
I'm doing a thing. But lately I've been going up more freestyle and just have like, I have a few stories that I haven't really developed into bits.
Okay.
But I've just been going up and kind of just telling them and just trying to have a more freestyle kind of approach.
Good way to do it.
And it helps having like more friends in your crowd, you know? Like if I know you're out there and I'm like, oh, Joe's heard all my shit, I'm just going to talk from the heart, just like my whatever freestyle, because he's my friend. He's gonna fucking he's
it'll be more entertaining to me
than hearing the same jokes you've heard. Totally right. So
totally right.
That's what I've been thinking lately. If I go up late, I'm just like, I'm not doing my comedy work set or any set in particular, trying to work on a bit, because it is good to go up late and just work on the wording of Seth.
And then you work on something and it might hit, and you're like, oh, this is good.
But saying the same jokes, like saying your comedy works 3 minutes or 5 minutes in front of a dead set at the end of the night, is good sometimes, just to get your wording out and just to like say it in front of people. Because doing it in front of like a mirror, like
then you can see it, like, I need a little.
Doing it in a microphone or even like
just holding the mic is.
I think it was like I was listening to, it was like Sam Morrill or something like that, Morrell, and he was talking about like there's like words that will make a joke that much better or that much worse. By leaving them out, changing them, switching them up, and it's like you have to say it out loud to know what that word is that's working or not working, and it's amazing. Like you could think about it 1,000 times in your head, and you could, like you said, perform it in front of the mirror, but it's just that's the same thing as kind of talking to yourself in your head, and then once you've said it out loud, even if there's no response from the crowd or you get the exact response you're looking for, you'll go, oh, that didn't work because blank, or I should have said blank, or there's a better word for blank.
Yeah.
And like you just kind of chip away at it little bit by little bit.
But I think the shitty part of comedy too is like when something works and you roll with it, and then you're stuck in that fucking. You're kind of stuck in that. You're stuck in that, like, once everything starts working for you, then you're just stuck in.
Yeah, what works.
Yeah.
But at that point in time, and I think maybe this is the benefit of being a musician, is it's like playing the same. Once you have a hit song, play that fucking song. You know, once you have a joke that works, it's like.
Yeah, but it kind of like changes that person though. Like you're like, oh, I can't. This joke's funny to me, but I have to say it in a certain way to make. Yeah, everybody else laugh.
That's right. Larry the Cable Guy wasn't Larry the Cable Guy before he became Larry the Cable Guy. He was a normal stand-up comic with like a little bit of a southern drawl. Matt Kobos, you ever seen him in?
Yeah.
And so his like maniacal laughter and stuff that he does on stage is not what he started doing. And actually, if you talk to him pretty normally, like he's a very energetic guy, but this guy, Matt Kobos, fantastic Denver comic, brings this energy to the stage where he's just like laughing maniacally, and it makes you laugh. And he's so funny, he's so entertaining, and then you kind of meet him, and he's like a pretty mellow guy. He's a pretty cool guy. He'll laugh occasionally, but he's not like sitting there laughing like crazy. And I watched videos from him like 10 years ago, and he's not doing that, or 5 years ago, or whatever it is.
He did a set, not even a set. He just ran a new joke at wide right,
Oh,
just like
okay.
a minute or two, and then he just gets off. But he was like, that's interesting because like that's the energy he brought on stage, and then like I was just chatting with him, and he's just like super chill.
Yeah, that's right. Like a metalhead, super cool guy.
Yeah,
So.
super chill.
I see him walking my dog. We walk our dogs at the same park, so I ran into him once or twice and just like talked to him. And he gave me a great tag for a joke that I still use, and it's just like cool to like meet people like that are involved. But yeah, you kind of have to like develop. There's something that appeals to people, and it can be a whole persona, or it can be something you do. Like for Larry the Cable Guy, it's like he's just like get her done, like kind of like your Southern friend. Matt Kobos is like this maniacal laughter. Anthony Jeselnik is the guy that you're like he's gonna say something wrong, but I can't figure it out. There's like these things that you can do, and so like trying to develop it, trying to come up with what it is. For me, it's like I want to be the unassuming jab punch guy. Funny dad joke, say something that's really gonna like throw you off and make you go, oh, okay. And like I see for you, you have this like very calm persona. It's like this calm delivery, and it's like you're unassuming when you like drop the like, oh, hell of a circumcision. You're like, I wasn't ready for that. Oh, I wasn't ready for that. Like, and you catch those moments, and it's like, how do you lean into that? How do you learn when it's good and when it's bad? That's like a big challenge in the comedy world that you don't have in some other forums where you're like, you need to act like this. You kind of like do stuff,
find your
and then the crowd goes, that's great, or they go, cool. That's fine.
Yeah.
And so even like, you know, it's and it can develop. Like John Mulaney was probably like the goofy white guy who became kind of like the sexy white guy. Like, you know, you can develop. Pete Davidson was probably like the druggy white guy who became the sexy druggy white guy.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like, it's like
the nerdy like druggy guy.
That's right.
Like the cool.
That's right, the cool guy. And so it's like you can develop these personas and then have them change, but you need to have something that people can look at you and go, oh, that's kind of like what he is. They need to be able to make some certain assumptions about you, and then you tell stories, and then you say things that are interesting, and then even finding the things that people are interested in, like you don't necessarily think about it. I have a joke about my ex-wife. She's a lesbian now, and like I tell a joke about it. It's a funny joke. It's interesting. But I had someone that I was talking to. He was like, I want to know more about that. Like just you saying that makes me go, what was that like? And so finding those moments of like, oh, that's an interesting part of my life, even though it doesn't seem like that big. And then you expand on it, the little things that maybe didn't feel like that big in the moment, but you just like expand on them and blow them up and magnify them and make fake stories about them being interesting. Yeah. But it's like, I have like, I could benefit from doing 5 minutes on like, this is what it was like to be married to a woman who came out as lesbian afterwards.
Yeah.
And even if
Calvin sent to us, that was funny.
Yeah, and so it's like, even if it's like jokes that aren't real, but it's like it's stuff that people get. It's based in reality. Now people are like, that's interesting. He's telling a story.
Well, I've also noticed people like to learn about people. Like when someone's just up there and all of a sudden they're like, I have a joke. I don't know if you've heard it, but I talk about how I last year at Waterworld, I haven't said it in a while, but last year at Waterworld I found out that I was, I said last year during Pride Month I found out that I was bi. And as soon as I say that, everyone's like, what?
Yeah.
He's bi? And everyone pays attention. And it gets quiet. I've noticed I tell that joke, and it gets silent for just a few minutes. And then I'd say, like, I found it at Waterworld of all places. And I get, like, a little giggle, and then I go into, like, my joke, you know?
Yeah.
And everyone's, like, paying attention now. So it's, like...
It is really interesting the way that goes. Because it is, you know, I tell some, like, divorce jokes that are very, like, you know, boomery, like, oh, ran into my ex the other day, or as the judge called it, attempted vehicular homicide. Yeah, like, it's a cute...
The Tahoe one got me, dude. The Tahoe one, it got me.
And so it's like, but those are jokey jokes, and then the second I go, no, my ex and I are still friends, turns out she's a lesbian, I hear the crowd, like, literally, like, the volume knob, the volume knob gets turned down, because they go, oh, really? Like, this is interesting. And so even in my joke, I have this moment where it's like, I start with that one, and it's good because it's like joke, laugh. And then I have this moment where I like explain a little bit of like, people will ask me, what was that like? Yeah. And it's this lull where people kind of like listen. And
you should do a bit where like low key, you think you have a vagina. It's like just low key, like you just keep thinking that you have a vagina.
The bit I added, the Matt Kobos.
Where you don't even know that you have a vagina. That's funny. Like you're like, I don't know the way she.
The Matt Kobos tag I got was I said this joke where I was like, was there any indication, was there anything that would have told you she's lesbian? And aside from the fact that I'm a giant pussy and she married me, which was funny, but Matt Kobos was like, no, you need to say
she licked my pussy.
The fact that I'm a giant pussy and she ate me alive, which is like the divorce equivalent. And I was like, that's so good. And every time I say that, I pause and people just like, hear this like swell of laughter. That's like people getting it and connecting all the dots of like, oh, like that's a divorce joke and a lesbian joke and so it's really cool seeing those moments. But forming them takes the reps on stage and like doing it in front of a crowd that doesn't care, doing
seeing what hits and what doesn't hit,
different crowds, and it's like even. I talk about the scissoring thing, and I'm like, I told that joke in Birmingham, Alabama. If I say that in anywhere that's a progressive area, Portland or Seattle, they laugh purely at the fact that I say I told that joke in Birmingham, Alabama.
Yeah.
And so I learned to pause there, because before I would just like, that's just part of the story and I'm continuing on. But like people would laugh and then I'd be talking over the laughter.
Yeah.
So I have to go, oh, I told that joke in Birmingham, Alabama, and like give people a look in that moment. Go,
yeah, and that's a lot of it too, right? Is the
and then people go, oh, he's gonna say something. Someone says something horrible, and then I go, oh, you're doing it wrong. And then they're like, oh,
it makes it pop more.
Subversive comedy. So it's really good. It's funny learning those things and those moments and like pauses and words that work and words that don't. And it does, unlike music where you can come up with everything in the studio and then just like literally just like do that on stage and it'll be fine. You can't do that. You have to test stuff. You have to just check it and just double check it. Stuff that's funny to you will probably be funny to people, but not always in the way that you think.
The coolest part to me about building a set is like, how do I have some good jokes I want to get to, but like, how do I get there? You know?
That's right.
How do I tell certain things? Like I like telling like political and like those kind of jokes and getting in there and getting out, you know, and making it in a way that doesn't make people feel like too uncomfortable. Or making them feel uncomfortable and then bringing them back. That's fun.
I love like the towing the line where you can like talk about things like politics and stuff like that, and then do it in a way that's like not divisive. I don't know if you have seen the clip, but there's this one comic, I don't know his name, but he's like he's got like the side cut, he's kind of like bro-y, and he's really funny, but he talked about the Harrison Butker speech, where Harrison Butker was talking about like women, like whatever. And
they be in the fucking kitchen, putting in work while the men are outside. All right, you guys hearing that shit?
It's like you guys getting shut down. So
that's why TikTok is dangerous.
That's right. No, but he does this thing where he's basically like, you know, and there was one side saying that he's selling like women to be in the kitchen, and the other side saying no, he's not saying that. He's saying that family's important. Yeah, Harrison, his speech, and again, it's like.
I think this is the comic.
Oh, that's it. Yeah. That's exactly the thing. And his like, oh yeah, show the clip. Perfect. Yeah, that's why I don't have to.
We haven't watched it yet, dude. This movie's so good.
I watched last night.
He does.
You did? Oh. What did you think?
It's great.
Yeah, I told you it's fucking great.
Yeah,
he's funny. He has a lot of good crowd work.
And this is such a good, like, he does this thing where he basically is like, I see both sides, and here's my take on it, which is neither of those sides. And it's a really good.
Did y'all hear about this? The kicker for the Kansas City Chiefs gave a speech at a college, and it made news headlines because people were like, the kicker of the Chiefs should stay in the kitchen, you know? And then a bunch of other people were like, no, he didn't say that. He was saying that family's the most important thing. Right? I understand both sides. But I don't think it's right for a man to tell a woman what the most important part of her life should be. However, it's probably a good message that, like, family is more important than your job, you know, no matter what you do for a living. But as a guy who doesn't make millions of dollars kicking a football, I was like, shut the fuck up, Harrison. Someone see these pictures in the boardroom. Google me right now. Take the ball and she can say, oh, no shit, dude. Millions of dollars. She doesn't have to make like Etsy projects.
Etsy. That was a new laugh for me.
This motherfucker believes in God. He has 12 goddamn Super Bowl rings. He's never gotten hit once. He's a kicker. This guy, he's the life of the football team. He's safe on the sideline while Pat does all the work.
That's right.
God's will.
So it's like being able to hit on that stuff and like do it in a way that's like, I'm not gonna divide you. I'm just gonna make you laugh at something that's funny from my perspective.
Yeah.
So I always have appreciated like that ability.
That's hard.
That I'm working on.
That's hard too.
Something that I'm working on.
It's like my I can't vote for rich people kind of joke, you know? It feels like paying for OnlyFans and not getting to watch.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
You can't. It's neither. Both people have to laugh. It's not for anybody.
That's right.
Not anybody in particular. I try those too. It's like it's hard though. It's hard to find like that middle line where it's like it's funny for both sides.
That's right. That's right.
Because in Denver you can go up and be like, Trump's an idiot,
That's
and
right.
people be like,
Easy.
Trump sucks.
Bozeman, it's not as easy to do that.
Yeah.
You know, like
But,
they'll agree, but they won't like do it boisterously.
In Howie Ralston's, I go out there in Arvada before. I tell like those kind of jokes. The jokes I normally tell in Denver, and the fucking there's like two dudes in the crowd, older.
There's a hail Trump
Gen
at one
X.
point in time.
Oh,
that there,
yeah.
Some weird shit out
There was were you there that night?
Yeah, hail Trump
I was
guy.
there that too. I went up. I was talking to the guy when you were doing All Star Jesus. I was talking to the guy that was heckling you. And I was like, he was like trying to talk shit to me. He was trying to talk shit about you
Yeah,
to me.
he didn't
and I'm
like that I was doing the Jesus thing.
No, he was talking shit to me before that, Joe. And you go up and I'm like, you're gonna like this guy.
So good.
And he goes up. Joe does his All-Star Jesus because I know you had your guitar, so he's gonna do it.
That's right.
He goes up and then I was like, I think you might like this one. I think that's what I told him. I think you might like this one. And he goes up and he's just fucking because we had been someone before was like shitting on Trump or something.
That's right.
And he was heckling.
Hail Trump. Hail Trump. Fucking.
And I went up there. I think he heckled me a little bit, but it wasn't too bad.
Yeah, that was such a.
But those
R.I.P. Howie's.
It was a good mic. I liked it. I had good night. I told people it was a good mic because I've had good nights.
I loved it. It was one of my favorites.
The first night I went there was like 15 people in the crowd. Like 7 were high schoolers, but
it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. They're laughing, you know, it's a crowd.
Getting their beers.
Yeah, but I went there. Another. That's why I got shut down.
That's right.
That's why I got shut down.
There was another night where there's like some older guys there, and they're like old, like Gen X, maybe boomers. They're older guys, and they weren't really feeling my like. I have the joke about like Native people and like Free Palestine and shit like that, and they were just like not about it. But then when I did, I had like a joke that got them, and the dude's like, that's funny right there. That's funny right there. I was like, thanks, man. I've been fucking telling good jokes, making everybody else laugh for fucking 10 minutes.
That's such a white thing to do, is calling out when something's funny and by like verbally letting people know. That's that's funny.
Yeah.
That's funny. I do that all the time. That's how I
Gotta let them know.
This guy, he's funny. He's funny.
He hasn't done that this entire podcast.
I haven't. Yeah. Be funny.
That's why we're lacking in views.
Yeah, I know. I guess so. You know what I mean?
So we left the Twitch.
We're not cured to the white viewer.
The white audience.
Oh, too good.
No, most of our TikTok's conservative. Most of our
Nice.
Facebook is international.
Oh,
Yeah.
sweet.
Facebook's international and TikTok's conservative.
What's up?
And
International.
How do you
stuff.
cook?
You
How do you
cook in the
cook your
middle?
chicken? Just salt, pepper, or just what do you do?
No.
Boil it?
Pepper's too spicy.
You
Boil it.
Broil it. We broil everything. That's what we do. No, man. I grew up in the hood. I like fried chicken. Popeyes, man. Popeyes.
No,
is the best chicken
Popeyes.
sandwich.
Hey, Popeyes and Canes.
Popeyes. Man.
Yeah.
Popeyes all
This
day.
motherfucker over here fucking
Popeyes
gentrified. You're gentrified, dude. He wants Canes. He wants Canes.
But it's pretty white of you.
Yeah, it's pretty white of you.
I've only had
Canes-
Canes in Texas, bro.
Actually, I don't know,
not-
but I
it's
don't
not
know.
good.
Okay.
I've only Texas.
Have Canes.
It's like a.
No, you need to have Canes
The
and do a
chicken strip
review.
sandwich is kind of goofy.
No.
Yeah, it
do
is.
a
That's
review.
stupid.
Like
do a
Give
review.
me chicken patty.
Yeah, don't
Because
scripts.
Canes-
What the fuck's going on?
That's right.
The chicken is not good. There's no seasoning. It's just breading, and it's why people fucking.
Cane's is good with sauce, but that's because it's white.
Oh, that cane sauce?
Yeah.
It's not that
Like
good.
Cane sauce? Fire.
The blackened ranch
I love that
from
cane
fucking
sauce.
Popeyes. Oh,
I don't like
slash way on
Honey. You gotta put honey on that Popeye
No,
chicken.
nah.
Spicy
You
chicken
know
from
Get some
Popeyes?
Popeyes on the way.
Nah, dude. Blackened ranch.
Okay.
Popeyes hot chicken with the honey?
Chicken debate.
Blackened
I like
ranch.
this.
Oh god, dude.
You didn't want to get into the green chili debate, but you're down to get in the chicken debate, huh?
Oh yeah, that's my people.
What about KFC
That's
though?
my people.
KFC though?
I didn't grow up in
KFC sometimes.
You're all I'm the big fried chicken. but
Or what about
Chicken
churches?
debate.
Church chicken slab sometimes.
I went to church.
Sometimes.
I went to churches and it was like one of the worst chicken experiences I've ever had. I have a feeling that was like
You got
the
robbed?
churches I went to. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Colfax? No, Colorado?
No, Colorado Bowl.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, right there.
Okay, so then I need.
That's the worst chickens to go to,
when
dude.
I go through the South.
There's one in oh, yeah. For
We're
South,
gonna
for
go
sure.
to
You
the
gotta go.
South. Yeah, yeah.
I've had like churches when I was a kid, always in Texas.
Okay.
Like that was our place.
Churches was good. And you get the jalapeno too, or the pickle jalapeno.
Ooh.
You never know if you were going to real church or the chicken church. We're going to church.
I was Jehovah's Witness. I knew.
Oh, hey. Oh. When's your non-birthday?
Calvin knew he was going to fucking get poultry.
Mom used to sneak
Were you
me
really
presents.
Jehovah's Witness?
Yeah.
Really?
My
Dude,
grandma. My mom was
I find
my
that.
grandma.
I find like there's a couple of
It's the truth. Yeah.
yeah, that's right. Mormons and Jehovah's Witnesses have a few things right that societally people frown upon.
Yep.
Mormons with alcohol and Jehovah's Witness with like every day being the same. I actually like have this really real respect for it of like just live life daily,
Yeah.
day to day.
Every day special.
Like don't focus on birthdays and holidays and stuff like that. Again,
Yeah.
we're getting into like deep stuff that
The thing that pisses me off though, they like you can celebrate weddings and like certain things
super
like
weird.
that. It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
that doesn't
No,
make sense.
their cafeteria.
It's a cult,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
It's
exactly
they
right.
try to separate you from your family.
That's
If
right.
certain people don't do things, you need to cut them out of your life and be with the church.
Yes.
But a lot of churches do that in different ways of trying to bring that togetherness.
Oh yeah. I love my grandma's quote. We were talking about.
I don't know about that, dude. Christianity was.
No, like
There
Culty?
you-
Culty,
yeah.
very culty.
No, my
No,
gra-
it's not very culty. You just gotta
Oh,
just.
you're not Catholic then.
No, never, never would I ever.
Protestants are worse.
I am
Protestants are worse.
Christian.
Oh man, you've never been to a Catholic? Have you been to Catholic mass, man?
I'm
No,
Mexican.
God,
Oh,
dude.
shit.
We're going. Hey,
How many times I gotta tell Joe?
straight to hell. Straight to hell. Where are you going? Yeah, straight to hell.
No, my grandma, wise beyond her years, we were talking about Scientology, and she's like, "Oh, those people are brainwashed. They're in a cult. But who am I to talk? I'm Catholic." And I was like, "That's self-awareness. That is self-awareness to the
Hell
nth
yeah.
degree." So you were smart, Grandma. You get it. You get it. So
You got to do so many steps to get into heaven.
that's right.
Like,
and you
it
better
doesn't
do them
make
all
sense.
correct
Yeah, or else
and
you're-
kneel and stand.
But then
and
they're
say
the ones
right
that judge
words.
the most.
I
You just gotta
appreciate
go say sorry. That's the easiest.
my
Go say
sister.
sorry
Hey.
once a week.
Yes. No, but the problem is there's like words you're supposed to say again ceremonially,
Yeah.
and they change periodically.
Marys and
It's
you
like
gotta do-
amen and say other stuff. I remember it being
Well, show up, Joe, and you'll know.
Nah.
No itinerary. You gotta show up on Sundays.
Sunday is for
That's a
football.
trick.
Sunday's for football, bro.
Ooh, if you want to watch Red Zone, every night, every Sunday, right here, Red Zone at my house.
The red zone's the way to go.
7 hours uninterrupted.
Thanks, Scott.
Football.
Hansen. Thanks,
God,
Appreciate
Scott
it.
Hansen. Oh, I love Scott Hansen, dude.
He's good. He's good.
Dude, I love Scott Hansen.
Oh man,
See?
Yeah, being a Jehovah's Witness was fun though.
I see you learned a lot.
No, I got birthdays because my mom wasn't.
Okay.
My mom's not religious, so I go with my grandma.
I got birthdays because my mom wasn't.
So mom still celebrate for me and stuff. So
Helps
I
a
got the
lot.
best of both worlds. You
Oh,
know?
yeah, dude, you did.
God loves me, and I got.
I get presents.
I was in there on Sundays.
Oh.
Sinning.
Yeah, they think you guys are all going to hell.
Oh, yeah.
It's Walking Dead style though. You know, they feel like everyone's gonna die, and then God comes.
I
back.
thought Jehovah's Witness was like 144 people that could go to.
4,000 is what it says in the Bible.
Yeah,
How
100
the heck is everybody that's practicing Jehovah's Witness gonna get it?
So Jehovah's Witnesses don't believe that the earth is bad. Like there's no problem with the earth. God made the earth for us. So the 144,000 go up to heaven. Those are the people that oversee. Those are the best of us throughout time, and they oversee us, and they're with God in heaven and Jesus. And then the rest of us get to relive the earth. The earth gets remade. The earth doesn't ever get destroyed. We just get to be born again and relive that earth with walking the earth with like Noah and other people that have lived the earth before who believed in God and believed in the way that we believe. I say we like I'm still part of it, but you know.
I think we should change Jehovah to mean a Ja Rule and Jay-Z combination album.
Damn.
Jehovah.
I think more J-Lo, you know what I mean? Ja Rule, J-Lo, those are bangers, though. You know what I mean?
A little more Diddy style. I don't know if that's religious.
Oh, did he?
Sacrilegious.
Sacrilegious nowadays, yeah, for real. Oh man, I was doing a reel the other day, and it's the home, tell the world I'm coming home. I was gonna post something like that. I was like, hell yeah, that's the perfect. Oh, it's a Diddy song. Fuck. Am I allowed to post this anymore,
Nope,
or is
not
that?
anymore, dude.
And I did not.
You're the
because of that
diddler.
reason, I was like,
The diddler.
can't do it anymore.
Dude, 90s Diddy? Come on, man. It's like...
Dude, I loved me some Mo Money, Mo Problems and stuff like that.
Can't listen to it anymore.
Coming out.
Coming as a predator.
he came out of that hotel room to grab that girl before she got to the elevator. So.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry.
No, kick.
Sorry, TikTok.
I
That was a Harrison Butker. That wasn't a...
I have a joke about R. Kelly.
Oh.
Is the girls writing the song? What's the song?
I wanna pee on you.
No, not that song. The other one.
The closet one?
No, not in the closet. The other one.
I Believe I Can Fly?
Yes.
Oh, shit. Okay.
I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. I think about it every night and day. Spread my wings and fly away. I believe I can soar. Just break me open through that open door. That door's closed all the time. That's why they couldn't get out.
So I should have break it open. Can you believe we got that voice on stage
I can't
in
believe
Nashville?
he did the whole he did like almost the whole thing. It was impressive.
I'm trying to get the Big Mike's Big Mike on Sunday.
Yes, dude.
Get Shaker to go do some acapella.
That's right.
I do acapella really easy.
No, they got the beats.
All
they got
types
the DJ
of
back
yeah.
there.
You got a DJ?
JoJo, baby.
You get 10 minutes if you do a song.
10 minutes?
Yeah.
If I do a solo?
You do 2 songs.
If you do a song, you get 10 minutes.
Oh, fuck.
Guys
That's
like me and
easy.
Joe, you know, maybe not Joe. Joe's music, but me, I'm only getting 5 minutes.
I can sneak in extra time because of that when I go to those mixed mics. I'm not gonna lie, I can do like 4 minutes of stand up and a song and like sneak it out. But I don't abuse it. Big Mike and Harrison.
Yo, Big Mike gave me like 6.5. I'm
yeah,
like,
they're good. Yeah,
6.5 anywhere?
That's right.
Come on,
Take
that's a full set.
Dude, I could sing almost any song in the world.
You should go do country. That'd be fun.
Ooh, yeah.
Dude, people love. Have you been to Big Mike's Big Mike?
Oh yeah.
It's people like when people do music up there.
Dude, yeah,
Love
this
it.
dude brought this guitar and he was rocking. It was sweet.
I went and
Yeah, I think country music. I don't look like
I
it,
went.
but
There was a dude. He did an Ed Sheeran song, and then he did like a heavy metal, like voice song. So completely
He's probably a fucking...
crazy range, right?
Yeah,
He showed
yeah.
his range right
Yeah,
there
range
in the
is
mic,
crazy.
and then there was another woman, and she did like a acapella, like a song.
Was it good?
It was good. Yeah, she did really well, and then she did like a freestyle poetry,
Ooh.
which is really good. And then
So all I gotta do is
I
sing?
heard somebody else do something else. There's another.
That's all I gotta do is sing.
They,
and then have
song,
a-
song,
and then have
instrumental.
jokes.
No jokes. It's just it's anything open.
Can I
mic.
do jokes and
You can
sing?
go up there and do poetry and bounce.
Okay. I got it. You know what I mean? I'll be right back, guys.
Poetry.
Poetry.
Oh, God.
We'll try
How'd
harder.
the pee so bad?
Potry. Harrison Butker.
Yeah.
Red.
How you feel, man? You enjoying yourself?
Yeah, man, this is
Have a good
awesome.
time?
This is having a blast.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah. This is cool.
Your
I love
first
this
comic.
setup. Oh, am I
Yeah,
really?
your
What
first
have you?
comic.
Who have you guys been interviewing?
Just fucking friends, random people.
Yeah, interesting
Yeah.
people. Just people in the line.
Other people that like we know that are doing like businesses or
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's
stuff
cool.
like
You guys
that.
do variety like that. Mix it
Yeah.
up.
Okay, all I gotta say is too.
All I gotta say is, too, is R. Kelly to bounce back from fucking Dave Chappelle's skit about him peeing on girls.
Oh.
How hard it would be to bounce, like, trying to bounce back. Just bounce it back from fucking Dave Chappelle just ruining your career.
I had Pee on You on my mixtape.
Oh, that's such a great song. I wanna pee on you.
Mixtape, I put it on. We
Piss
all be
on
rolling in
you,
the whip.
pee on
and then
you,
just,
pee, 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 drip, drip, drip.
I wanna own you. Yes, I do. I
So
pee
good,
on
though.
you. Drip, drip, drip.
Piss on you. I'll piss on you.
Your body is a porta potty. And then he goes to the I wanna poo on you in the music
I
video.
wanna poop on you too. I want to pee in your food. I'm gonna go watch that.
I forgot about
video.
that part.
Oh, my God.
How do you come back from that? Like R. Kelly just fucking just
He did till he
cringing, you know what I mean? Just fucking dead.
went to trial, man, and then he's not coming back from that. So
I'm fighting for my fucking life.
for my life. Oh,
There's so many ways you can just clip that into
Oh,
different things.
God,
That
dude.
is crazy.
I should do that.
Dave Chappelle,
My
a
fucking
fucking
life.
genius, dude. He's so funny.
He's the best.
That's all I used to watch as a kid. Chappelle show.
It's a throwback.
I remember listening to that in Spanish class, and I was listening to it. One of my friends was like sharing the headphones, you know,
Yeah.
sitting in the back of Spanish class, and it's the part where what the fuck? Oh, what part is it? It's in Killing Me Softly. It's the one that came out in like 2001 or 2002.
Yeah. His stand-up.
And he says,
Is it the Oscar the Grouch pit?
no,
The crack baby, the baby in the.
no.
There's
you
another baby
doing?
born in the ghetto.
I'm selling crack.
That sound crack.
Fuck, what is that part?
That's
It's about like masturbation or something.
That's the
There's
best
a part.
part.
They're like, fuck, what is it?
I don't remember.
I'm gonna think about it as soon as the fucking thing ends.
Or were you cracking up in the back of class?
I was saying it out loud, and I was saying it so loud, repeating what we were hearing, that I got in trouble. The teacher came up, and he's like, "You need to get your headphones off." He like took our iPod away. It was an iPod back then.
Oh, iPods. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was an
Wheel.
iPod. He took it.
I had the Nano.
Mr. Halo.
Oh, my Halo. I used to have the
Remember
Nano, dude. The Nano fucking would hit, bro.
Those things
Watch
were-
movies
still
on
love-
it. We would
I
be
still
Oh, yeah,
downloading.
the
We
color
would be downloading fucking. It's not treasure. It's fucking pirated movies.
Yep. Watching movies in class.
Yeah,
On your-
Treasure movies.
not treasure, but pirated.
Treasure Island movies.
One of my friends had a thing where he's like, "Yo, you can upload text files." So you upload the quiz answers on your iPod. So I was like, I don't go to class anyway.
yeah.
I don't do my homework. Fuck yeah, buddy, let's go.
Now Mario.
That's sweet.
I went from like C's on tests, like I hadn't been to class for, to like maybe like B's to A's.
That was like when you could.
Is that Mario?
No, Adrian, what's his name? He used to hang out with Brit. Shout out to B Ray, R.I.P. Adrian,
Medina?
was it Medina?
I think it was.
Leo, Adrian Leo.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Adrian
shout out to
Leo.
Adrian, my boy. He's hooked me up. He's all. Wait, I go into classes that I haven't been in 2 weeks, and I just see somebody be like, it's Adrian, or a girl, probably normally a girl, is like, hey, here's the answers, and I'm like, thank you,
This is
thank you, life is
awesome.
good.
Thank you.
I was like science and shit. Math I could coast, but science is always like fucking
Science.
memorizing names and shit of
That's
things,
easy,
anatomy.
dude. That's easy.
I wasn't there for 2 weeks, Chris. I didn't go to class. You know me.
I was the fucking AD for a fucking chemistry.
Were you?
Yeah.
I only got the gym classes. They didn't trust me in those other classes. They were
Yeah.
like, you won't come. Gym teacher's like, I don't give a fuck.
When we were fucking creating fucking covalent fucking bonds over here, dude. Yeah, that was a pretty good word.
Mr.
Huh?
What's his name?
Mr. McGee or Mr. McBride.
McBride, yeah, McBride.
I'm on Facebook. I want to get him on here
We
just to
should.
see.
Dude, that'd be fun getting an old
old teacher, dude. He's cool. He was the coolest teacher ever.
That'd be cool.
He was
He
cool as
showed
fuck.
pictures of him like snowboarding and shit.
Yeah. Just
Get him on.
shredding.
The coolest thing about our school is we had a planetarium.
No,
What?
yeah.
So-
Yeah, bro. For
So his class, we'd go in and we'd go like halfway through the year. You're basically spending 30
And
minutes.
then when he was there, he was trying to put in a NASA simulator.
That's cool.
Yeah. So
That'd
I was
be
helping
dope.
him do that shit too. I was like,
It was cool. Yeah, we'd go into like go check out different planets and shit during class.
That's
That was
dope.
my 7th period, bro. I used to pass out all the time in that planetarium. Just watching the stars and just out. I used to try to because I would just fucking
I would never.
be partying. You weren't
Like,
partying like me,
Christmas.
dog.
Yeah, no, I would never party.
People are like, "Oh, you got a fucking C on that test." I'm like, "Bitch, I fucking been hungover all week."
I mean,
Fuck.
I was a good person.
Good kid.
Yeah, I was a great kid.
Just a little
This
bitch.
guy is fucking
Just a little bitch in high school.
fucking deviant over
I
here.
get
So
it.
Chris would come over and we'd like.
I made the beer pong table and never played on it.
Chris made a beer pong table and yeah, he
Designed it, painted it,
helped with
everything.
the stability, helped get the horses on it.
Yeah,
And then just
never played on it. My sister played on it.
He'd leave at 9 p.m. and then the party would start at 10. His sister, her friends would come over and we'd party. I don't know.
Top tier student, you know what I mean?
That's
I
right.
used to tackle Chris's sister playing beer pong, like straight up, like the ball falls off the table, you know, like it gets.
You gotta
aggressive.
get.
She could take it though. She'd tackle me too. Full Nelson. That's been no play.
She's
Became
fucking
her
strong.
bitch. It sounds like.
She's way tougher than Chris.
Why does everyone say that?
I knew that would get him. I'm sorry. I knew that'd get him.
Why does
I knew that'd
everybody?
get to him. I knew it'd
Why
get to
does
him.
everybody say that about her?
She's not that strong.
It's just like a.
She asks me for help all the time. Like, bitch, get it yourself then.
She was the.
You fucking think you're all
She's
tough?
a year younger,
Okay.
and she was the quarterback on the football team the year younger than us. And all they would run is quarterback sweeps, and she just fuck us up. Like she's coming around the end, just fucking boom, fucking dudes up. They're
That's
like
cool.
9-10. The next day at school, like yeah, Chris's sister ran you over.
Yeah, that's cool though.
And then some cheap shot her fucking broke her arm.
Oh, no way.
Garcia.
Mm-hmm. In her career.
Boo.
Then
Was that
she
what
did
ended it?
basketball, and then she tore her ACL.
Bad luck.
Right there.
You know me?
I got two.
Bad
Look
luck.
over here.
Those
Solid.
guys.
Never had nothing, you know what I mean?
Built-
Just built
built
bad motherfucker.
different.
I'm built
Look at those.
different. You know what I
I
mean?
got scars for days.
I'm over here fucking
I got-
moving America, and I fucking haven't had an injury.
My knees are more scarred up than a Malaysian hooker. All fucked up. Scars for days.
You need to tell that joke.
I've never said that before.
You need to.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I
Stop
don't know how to
moving.
get into that.
Those
Calvin,
poor
stop
Malay
moving.
women.
It's pretty easy. It's pretty easy. You just fucking say who all play basketball, who all still trying to live up your fucking sports life. Pretty easy. Who's over here playing 2K and then trying to play 2K on the fucking
Out.
real time?
Thanks. Oh,
What time is it?
10:50. We're almost 3 hours.
Woo!
Flew by.
Time flies.
The first hour I thought it was dragging out. Like I was like, "There's no way
Not
it's only
dragging, but it was.
Been... No,
just
it was like, "There's no way it's only been an hour."
Didn't
That's
feel
what I'm
like it.
saying.
Yeah.
Like, it was
Felt like
it
we've
felt
been
like
cruising for a
we
while.
cruised like we did a lot.
That's
And
why I
then-
asked Mikey. I was like, it feels like an hour and a half, 2 hours, and he's
It was
all,
like
"106."
buck eight, buck 08.
I'm like,
Hell yeah.
fuck.
This was great.
That's the good times though. That's when it's good.
Oh yeah,
You ready to close it out? You
yeah.
ready to close it out?
Yeah, whatever you guys want to do.
Let's watch one more video. Can we react to a video real quick?
Hell yes.
Can you pull up Creeper on YouTube?
Creeper.
The song by Kowitzel.
No, he's a comedian.
Creeper by.
I saw a funny
Creeper by
TikTok.
radio.
Creeper comedian right there.
Creeper comic. He pulls up Joe.
Oh, you this guy.
I fucked up. Good creepy white comic from
This
Denver.
guy.
It's me and Joe.
This guy.
Yeah,
Oh,
trying to
he's
find
funny.
a stand-up.
This guy.
Trying to find a
His
stand-up
stand-up
one.
is funny too. Like
'Cause I saw a recent stand-up one, and I was like, we need to react to this. Our best videos have been like us reacting to
It's
stuff.
so good. Yeah, absolutely, man.
Well, we can end on something funny.
Reaction.
Creeper stand-up. You could just click one of those.
that one.
Frankie Quinlan.
Quintanilla?
Quinones.
Quinones? He was in
Quinones.
Denver
Quiñones.
like a month or two ago.
Is this the dude that does the video where he's like pretending to fight someone outside of the store?
Hmm.
And he's like doing the super like.
No, he does like
Gangster
he does like
That might be a
he
real
does like
video.
fools
Cholo
workouts. Cholo fit. It's so like the
Doing
way
squats,
he.
the elbows out and
Yeah,
shit.
like-
Like, oh man, now I need to go listen to that Like a Cholo song. I haven't heard that song.
Oh man, that played at
Oh,
that played at
That song is so
that played at our
long.
dances in high school.
Dude, such a good song. That was the college song for me. So yeah,
Yeah.
that makes
What song?
sense. Like a Cholo, like a Cholo.
Oh,
like a
my
Cholo,
song was Sunday
like a
nights
Cholo.
Sunday nights,
or summer nights.
summer nights.
Summer nights when the sun's
Lil
going
Rob?
down, when the sun goes down, I'll be ready to party. Oh yeah, ain't nothing like them summer nights with the top on drop.
Two Funny Tuesdays.
Episode 71 in the fucking books. It was a crazy story. Joe
Thanks.
over here had a dude. This guy's life is fucking probably the craziest thing I've ever heard. Dude, this guy's over here, politician, comedian, musician.
musician.
No, you ain't no
Working on a
failure.
failed
No, you
comedian.
ain't no failure. You know what I mean?
Hey, the more things you try, you know.
Dude, this guy's over here fucking trying to. He's gonna be 10 toes down on everything that everybody talks about. You know what I mean?
It's fun. I think we have a part 2, part 3, whatever. You know?
Yeah, it's gonna come up quick. You know what I mean?
Hey, happy to come back, man.
Heck
This
yeah.
is so much
We'll
fun.
wait till fall, so it's nice and cool up in here, or maybe a winter edition.
That's
You
right.
have to wear gloves. Winter edition is cold in here, boy. It's It's way different. It's you see your breath.
See the breath.
No, it's
right.
literally you see your
I wear
breath.
my long johns.
That's right. You got a little insulation in here.
Yeah.
I can see it being pretty.
It goes
chill.
fast.
No, this is awesome, you guys. This is cool. 71. That's not.
Yeah.
That's not a
We just-
few. That's a lot.
Yeah, we just been trying to grind out still, you know what I mean? Keep consistent.
Hell yeah.
That's everybody who's gotten famous, or everyone says consistency, so that's all me and Calvin been trying to do.
71 episodes by like 2.5 hours, so
Man.
it's a lot of time.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, I've heard our voices a lot.
And shout out to Calvin, always doing all the work behind the scenes, you know what I mean? He does all the editing and everything else, you know what I mean?
And Chris for the shed, you know? We appreciate
Yeah, I'm the shed. I'm a little bit of the talent, and I'm just here, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? You're welcome.
But,
And I made the halftime out too, spend money on that, you know what I mean? IRS, you guys are going to get a check, so I need it back, all right?
It's a write-off.
Thank you to Joe. I think we'll finish watching a creeper video. But thanks so much for coming on.
Yeah,
Thanks a bunch,
Joe.
man. I appreciate you having me. Thanks,
For
Calvin.
sure,
Thanks,
man.
Chris. Really
Next time, bring
appreciate
your fucking guitar.
it. I will. I'll bring it next time. Yeah, hell yeah. We'll play some music.
Yeah.
That'd be cool shit.
That'd be
That'd be a
good.
fun time.
Yeah.
That'd be a clip.
That would be a great clip.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, guys.
All right.
Play it, Mikey.
I'm the Mexican homie that works at the gas station and shit. He's like pump number 5. Oh boy, that's what's up. Yeah, congratulations to y'all, man. Y'all know what the fuck to do with your life. You're on a Tuesday night, like fuck it. That's what's up, man. Weeknight crowds, those are the most I don't give a fuck crowds, you know what I mean? Some of y'all gotta work in the morning, man. 7, 8, 9 a.m., but you're still here. Fuck it, I'm gonna come get this filled. That's what's up. But statistically, you know, at least 17 of y'all don't have a job, and that's making it happen, you know. Somebody believed in you, man. Or credit card companies, they believe in you. That's what's up.
Where's he based out of?
California.
LA?
Yeah.
Makes sense. Oh, he's doing the Spaghetti Jake beatbox.
Oh, shit.
transition.
I wouldn't say it's good to do that, but this is a comedy show, you know.
Okay, so that is him.
Oh, yeah, that's him. You can see, I can tell back of his head. I have the face back app.
The face back. Is that from you guys? What's that from?
From the other guys.
Other
guys.
So good.
Oh, God. All right.
Shit.
Brodo.
We have to close out again, or
Yeah, I think so. You might as well, you know what I mean? That was a good
double
time.
close out?
We had to get Joe back on.
Yeah.
He has some crazy... Dude, like, your life story, like...
We didn't even talk about half
I
what we
felt-
talked about.
Yeah, no.
I felt like your life story is pretty crazy, bro, and I think we only touched the tip of it.
Just a tip.
That's how he likes it.
Yeah, you dirty dog.
We'll get a little bit further in.
Down the
next
shaft?
time, yeah.
Down the shaft.
So no, man, I've been lucky. I have no like false illusion about the privileges that I've lived, white and otherwise, and some of the luck that I've had in my life. But at the same time, it's like you got to take advantage of it. And I forget who said it, but it was like having ideas is one thing. It's the doing shit that actually matters. And so it's like I want to just get out there and do it. And
Nice.
again, if I'm lucky enough to be able to, great. If there's stuff I'm not lucky enough to be able to, I'm going to try and figure out a way to do it and go from there. So I appreciate you guys having me on here. This
Oh,
was
yeah,
fun as hell.
dude. That's...
Good time.
It's pretty inspiring, bro. You're like Forrest Gump, dude. You're
I'll take
damn
it.
near you're
I'll
fucking
take it.
Forrest Gump.
I'm
dude.
retarded.
No.
Whoa, we're talking about the R word.
Yeah, what the fuck?
That's all right at the end.
Couldn't do it 3 hours.
Didn't
you know?
make it all
You're
back.
gonna say you just hold it back the whole time.
I got
You just had
a
to just
sample. I tried.
At least soft R it.
That's all right.
All right, thanks guys. 2 guys, 1 shed. Thanks for watching.
Thanks, guys.
Follow Joe, Sloppy Joe Comedy.
Sloppy Joe Comedy online. Yes, sir. JoeBarnholt.com too.
Yeah, not the trader, but sloppy. All right?
Sloppy Joe.
Not Trader Joe's. We're going
Not Trader
Sloppy
Joe. We're going to
Joe's.
Sloppy Joe.
Sweet.